This is just the beginning.
And the beast shall rise out of the pit and walk among the world, and great will be the devastation and desolation. Beware! Beware of the beast! He is among you! Prepare! Check your perimeters! Check your perimeter! Check your perimeter! Check your perimeter!
Welcome everybody. Hi, how are you? You alright, guys?
Yep, all right, boss.
Good, living the dream.
Just adjust me sound. There we go.
Awesome. Well, I'm sure. Oh wow, nice.
Oh,
It's party time. I'm sure El was not going to agree with me, but you know what? I think after a shaky start, I think this year has been past few months. I mean, we started with like really bad horror films like Imaginary and Night Swim. Not very good at all. Baghead, did not like those movies. But the past couple of months, I think we've had some really, really good movies. It's very, very promising. And especially Godzilla Minus One, Late Night with the Devil, Infested, Immaculate.
Yeah, I know I would like Immaculate. I don't know why. It's good.
Yeah. And even I watched just last night. I watched Arcadian. Have you guys seen Arcadian with Nicolas Cage?
It's ready to go, but I haven't watched it yet, mate. I'm hearing that it's a bit kitchen sink drama, if you like, disguised as a horror movie.
It is, and I think there's a theme running through all these movies. Is that like they start off kind of level, okay, and then they just get better and better and better as they go through all these movies. Arcadian is the same. The first half, a little bit boring. I was like almost thinking like I was getting distracted and stuff. But the second half, it's like pure monster movie, and the monster in it is really good monsters in that movie. So yeah, if you can stick with it, yeah, it's pretty enjoyable. At the end of it, I was happy. I'm glad I didn't turn it off halfway through because like the first half is a bit slow, but when it gets going, it's good stuff, man. It's a good monster movie.
Check that out, man. Check that out.
So what's been your favourite out of all of them? Between Late Night with the Devil, Godzilla Minus One, and Infested, which one did you like the most?
For me, mate, I've enjoyed. I mean, all three of them are my highlights. Definitely, I've enjoyed every single one. I've got to say, Godzilla Minus One, like it's stunning. It's simply the best Godzilla movie I've ever seen.
Yeah, it is. Yeah, I agree. I've not seen that many, especially like the actual Japanese ones, but of the ones I have seen, it's easily the best. And the Godzilla in it, it was amazing when he comes on shore and he does the thing with when the spikes come up on the back and he does that thing up his mouth. It's like a bloody nuclear bomb going off. It was amazing. Yeah. I loved it.
I like the fact that he's kind of like pumped up Godzilla in that he kind of walks like this, like a boxer. He's kind of kick-ass, but yeah, no.
Anyway, he goes through the water, shark, isn't he? When he goes through the water, just his head sticking out. These, things at the back. The spikes.
Do you know what the best thing is about Godzilla Minus One for me is that there's actually a human story that you can get behind. Where all the other Godzilla movies, the American Godzilla movies, you could not give a shit about any of the characters whatsoever. But in Godzilla Minus One, there's actually a storyline that you're enjoying. You like the characters and everything like that. You're hoping for the main guy to come good and everything like that. And of course, Godzilla's in there as well. But they don't shy away from Godzilla. He's literally in it from pretty much the first scene, and he's in it all the way through the movie. And for such a small budget for special effects, no wonder it got.
Especially filming on the ocean. I heard that's really, really hard to do.
Absolutely. I was watching an interview with the special effects guys, and there was only a relatively small team. You're talking like 15, 20 people. And they were saying, like, when you did the movie, were you all working 24/7? They were like, no, 9 till 5. We didn't have to work weekends. They didn't break a sweat. They just fucking were passionate about what they did, and they knocked it out of the park. Bagged an Oscar. You know what I mean? Bagged an Oscar. This little Godzilla movie comes out of nowhere, completely, well, almost derails Godzilla versus Kong, almost. I think that's why we couldn't get it on streaming for such a long time, because it didn't want to bump into Godzilla versus Kong. You know what I mean? They had an agreement to keep them as far away from each other as possible, because they obviously saw the quality of Godzilla -1. Like, but
the effects put Marvel and DC to shame, like from their last couple of years worth of movies. Absolutely to shame.
Why is it called -1?
That's a good question, actually. Why is it called -1?
I don't know why.
I don't know. I mean, there's Godzilla -1 black and white, so there's a black and white version of it kicking around, which apparently is really good. They re-released it in the cinema for a couple of days, and that's also available on streaming. But the color version just looks glorious, I think, to be fair. But I really enjoyed The Late Night for the Devil. I've watched it twice now. I went back and watched it again because the first time I was kind of geeking out a little bit. And I was kind of laughing, quite a lot, and just kind of like it was touching all my little ghost watch funny bones. I felt like a kid again, you know what I mean? So, so I went back and watched it again, and really enjoyed it. It has genuine.
I like the little flashes they put in where something weird's happening, and it's just for a little flash. And you think, did I see something? And then they'll show it later on that you did see something, and creepy. I've got to say, none of these movies are scary, apart from Infested. I thought Infested, that got my skin crawling. That one did.
I was too busy reading all the French. I wish they never shut up. Bloody hell! I
thought it was amazing the way they start off with the tiny spiders, and they were scary, and they'll just jump out, and you go, oh my god! And then they get bigger and bigger and bigger and bigger, and like each time, like they have their own set of scares associated with that size of spiders. And it's just at the very end, where they're like oversized. And you always get to a point where in horror movies where they have creatures, when they hit a certain size, they stop being scary. Like Jaws. Jaws is scary. And then Jaws 3, that big massive one, it's just not scary. It's too big. Too big to be scary. But they did it just right. I thought they made the most of all the creepy scenes in that movie. I was swimming all the way through, man, all the way through.
I'm with Elwood to a certain extent on the character stuff in there. The main guy moans a fucking lot in that movie. Like, I mean, you're literally shouting, screaming, and crying all the way through the movie. Like, at some points, I was like, "Shut the fuck up!" And just,
I like the way that the characters are not the sort of character you would normally see in a horror movie or in any sort of movie. They were kind of different, kind of more urban sort of characters. So I appreciated that, but yeah, it was.
The director's got the new Evil Dead gig, so that, after watching his movie, that gives me confidence. Like, I have to say, because it's really well made. Like, it's lovely shot, and the guy knows how to do tension, and build it, and then release it.
Yeah, and those spiders move fast, man. They move so fast. Yeah. It's like running in them. Stop, turn the light on it, and stop. And run away, and they're coming again. Like I said to you guys, best spider movie since Arachnophobia. Easy.
Yeah.
Arachnophobia 2.
Arachnophobia 2, exactly. Do you know, Elwood, at some point, right, you've got to convert Arachnophobia 2 onto data, and we've got to show these guys Arachnophobia 2 live.
I've never seen it. Never seen it.
Because I think they're probably on about, Elwood, the teenage film director, made Arachnophobia 2, and dare I say it's scarier and better than the original Arachnophobia.
Spiders don't look very realistic.
Yeah, the special effects give Godzilla -1 a run for its money. Absolutely stunning, and what a soundtrack! What a soundtrack!
That's the best bit about it.
Yeah, not since Halloween 3 has an earworm been used to such perfect effect in a horror movie. I personally can't wait for the general public to feast their eyes on this horror spectacle. So definitely get into data, man.
Soundtrack from? I've got no idea.
I think it was off some Hits 99 or something like that. Rave 99.
Yeah.
Right. So listen, guys. Today we're going to be going through 2 staples of the video shop in the late 80s. They're both, I reckon, you know, those kind of the slasher movies of the late 80s where the baddies have lots of quips, and it moves along on the cheesy side rather than the scary side. But most importantly, the fun to watch, especially Shocker. And I think that it's the bad guys that make the movie, and I think what both movies have are really good villains that you enjoy watching. And so, but I tell you what, before we go on to Shocker versus House 3, I'm gonna I know Pete is gonna start a new channel where he's going to be doing horror reviews. Do you want to quickly tell us about it?
Yeah. So I'm gonna start a new YouTube channel. Bassie's kindly gonna do me kind of like the promo and the intro and all that logo and stuff like that to get me started. And essentially, what the format will be is I will start off by reviewing a movie of my choice, and the idea is that you guys watch the video, subscribe, and subscribers will then get the option to choose what I review next, and it'll just continue and continue and continue. So ultimately, I will be absolutely at your mercy and just review the movies that subscribers want me to see, whether they're good or bad, and that will be the format.
What's the channel going to be called?
Do you know, I've bloody forgotten. What is my channel going to be called? 2 seconds. I'm just looking.
Pete's movie reviews.
No. Your Horror Reviewed, I believe it was. Your Horror Reviewed.
Well, the reason I mention it is that because you asked me to make an intro a while ago, and I've got to be honest with you, you sent me a logo, and I literally only looked at that email today. So I was feeling bad. So what I've done is I've made 5 intros.
Hold on a second, Bass.
Bass has gone under the water.
Yeah, your audio's gone.
Oh, is it?
Oh, it's back. I can hear you now.
So I've made 5 intros for you, Pete, and you can choose which one. If you want to choose more than one, maybe use one for an intro, one for an outro, and just pick which one you think is the best one. So I've got 5 intros, only 10 seconds each. It's best to have like snappy intros. Don't be like me doing massive long title sequences and stuff like that. Like, I just like being creative, but YouTube tells me have a short intro, punchy one. So I've got 5 intros for you, and you can pick which one is best. Each one's like 10 seconds. So I'm going to play those, and maybe the people in the chat might want to say which one they think is the best one.
Right.
Nice one, man. Ready? Awesome. Thank you.
Okay.
Oh, he's right. Let me just get Pete's intros up. Right, okay, so this is the first intro. Okay, that's intro number 1.
That's badass.
And he's intro number 2.
Also badass.
Intro number 3, which is my favorite one. That's a good one.
That's quality, mate. It's a little bit of John Carpenter going on there with the soundtrack of that. I like it.
It's hard to put music on them because they're so short.
Yeah.
But, it's probably better with just sound effects. And he's the 4th one.
Yeah, I like that one.
And this is the last one.
My favorite.
You could always like randomize them and like put another video. And this is the last one.
Yeah, of them all.
I was going to say, mate, yeah, can I use them all? Can I use them all? I'll just do an alternative on this.
I was feeling so bad that I was making you wait, and now I'm like, I'm such a bad friend. I should
No,
have
that's
got.
amazing. I just thought, because I think at the time, when I asked you, it was Ramadan. Is it still Ramadan, by the way? Is Ramadan finished now?
Like 3 weeks ago.
Did it? Right. Okay. So I just put it down to that, mate. But they're amazing.
Yeah.
I'll use all of them, mate, if that's okay.
That's absolutely fine, mate. But I tell you what, that your logo, it's a cool logo. I like it very much. But the thing about logos is, okay, so you have a logo and then you have text, but you've got your logo attached to your text. So if you wanted the text with the logo, you should incorporate the text into the logo.
Okay.
Like I've got Horror Lives Matter, so I've got it's like a ring, and it's got Horror Lives Matter, and a bit of a logo. It's made into the logo, so because it works easier if the text is separate, because you can add the text easily onto a logo. But when the text is part of the logo, then it just doesn't work as we can't do as much with it. Do you know what I mean?
Okay.
Or even if you just put like a ring around the whole thing, or somehow move it around so you can incorporate it into the logo, then I think that would work better for you, and you could do a lot more with it. But I mean, the logos, I like the logo very much. It's just that the text and the logo, you should, if you're having them both on there, you should incorporate them instead of having the logo and just text underneath. Because text you can add any time. So
it makes sense, mate.
Think about it. You want to do a version 2 at some point.
Those are good. Again, me and Elwood actually studied graphic design. And that. We don't really know much about it, right? What were we doing? I think we smoked a lot of pot, mate. I think I think pretty much we were stoned for a couple of years.
You use the text on its own. You don't even need the logo. Like I can have Horror Lives Matter, just written Horror Lives Matter, or I can have. Oh, it's happened. Oh, that's me. That's me. Just,
oh no!
I forgot to press record. As usual. It's been a while. Bear with us.
My camera's gone all jerky. I don't know if it's my internet connection. Can you hear me okay, though?
Yeah. Oh, there you go. Let me just press record and then it'll stay on. Everything. Yeah. So if you think about a logo like Ghostbusters, so the Ghostbusters is a logo. You don't need the Ghostbusters on there, but you can add the Ghostbusters to the Ghostbusters logo. Yeah. So it's the same sort of concept.
Did you design the chainsaw? Yeah.
Say again, buddy?
Did you do the chainsaw like?
Yeah, do you know what? I went on AI, mate, and I just messed around with AI and got AI to come up with a few ideas. So it's pinched off AI essentially. Hal made it. Yeah.
Just type in chainsaw logo with blood or something like that.
Pretty much, mate. Yeah, pretty much. I don't know about you, mate. I mean, again, me and Elwood went to art college and studied design and all this. Have you ever tried to draw recently? I bought a pad about 6 months ago. I thought, I'll take up drawing again like that. I'm like that going. I literally can't draw shit anymore. Like it's amazing how much talent I've lost. I didn't have much to begin with, but it's all absolutely gone now. Like, but so yeah, AI was my savior. Like.
AI is the future.
Yeah, definitely. And do you know what, guys? Before we get started, can I just say something just on behalf of all of us? Dave, who we had on the show from Savage Zombie Reviews, unfortunately and tragically passed away recently. And, from us here I mean, I know I speak for you guys. I only knew him for a short length of time, but he just seemed like one of the good guys. He just seemed like a true gentleman. And I think, you know what I mean? The good ones always go first, unfortunately. That seems to be the case, and but it's tragic. I mean, I've seen all the stuff on Facebook with his friends. He was obviously a well-loved man, and from us at Horror Lives Matter, our sincere condolences to Dave's friends and Dave's family. He will be missed.
Yeah, absent friends. Unbelievable.
I mean, I think he was our only guest that we ever had on the show, apart from us, was Dave. And
that stream actually there was a few, wasn't there? But a few dropped out, didn't there? On that. on that.
That's right. Yeah.
Yeah.
So like Ricky.
Dave saved the day. Dave saved the day.
Yeah, there's a few.
Absolutely.
Yeah. Even my wife, who doesn't like very many people, doesn't like Ricky. Not a huge fan of Elwood, but she was singing Dave's praises. Dave's a nice guy. Dave's really good. You should get him back on again. And I was like, all right, okay.
yeah. No, I mean, just a bloody nice lad. You know what I mean? It's just and no age whatsoever. You know, and yeah, I mean, it's when I kind of read the news, it just kind of kicked me in the balls a little bit, and just it made me realise that you've just got to cherish every day.
From hearing about it to him passing, it's like a week, and I was like, it just couldn't quite comprehend it. It was such a shame.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
In peace, Dave.
Yeah. Anyway, like I say, I just thought we'd mention it before we crack on, just out of respect for the lad.
Yeah. So is this channel still there on YouTube? It will be, won't there? All these old videos and everything.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And good, because his family and his friends have got something that they can always go back to and see him what he loved the most. You know what I mean? Every one of his videos, you can clearly see the guy's getting something out of it. And he's he's doing it for the people, but you can clearly see he's enjoying what he does. He kind of you got the impression that he lived for it. So
definitely.
Rest in peace, Dave.
Right, so let's crack on with the main event, and what we're going to do is we're going to start off with Shocker, and then we're going to go up to the point of the execution scene, because in my estimation, the turning point on both movies is the execution scene. So we'll talk about Shocker up to the execution scene, and then we'll talk about House 3 up to the same point, and then we'll do the 2 again afterwards.
Sounds good.
Does that sound all right?
Yeah, absolutely.
So what was the first thing you noticed about I'd say both movies? What did they remind you of?
Each other.
For me, both of them had very heavy Nightmare on Elm Street vibes to them. Especially Shocker.
Yeah.
Definitely Shocker, especially at the start when he's fixing the TVs. It's like Freddy making his glove, wasn't it?
Exactly. The actual opening sequence was very reminiscent of a Nightmare on Elm Street.
And he's so he's so
anonymous dude in a workroom working away, and it's like it's just like it. And then you have all the dream sequences, and the guy, instead of being a high school girl, it's like a college kid. So like all these connections is like
Shocker sets its stall out very early on, because the movie starts and you're really straight into a dream sequence straight away, and you're realizing that there's some kind of psychic connection with your main kid and this killer. And the bit, I never noticed it before. It's been a few years since I watched Shocker, but when the little kids are running across the street and all of a sudden they kind of just disappear, special effects and that
was very Nightmare on Elm Street, wasn't it?
Nightmare on Elm Street, yeah, definitely. But there's some nice touches. I always remember watching Shocker when I was a kid and remembering and thinking to myself that it wasn't a very well-made film. It was a bit, shonky. For Wes Craven, I was disappointed in its quality, but watching it back, I think I was totally harsh on it. To be fair, it's
got some money behind the movie. It's like it's pretty sick.
I don't think
definitely got some style to it.
It had more money than House 3, I think. Just a wee bit, but it's I mean, do you know? Another thing that I remembered, and I was dreading almost rewatching Shocker when I was a young'un, I always had it in my head that it was a better movie before Horace Pinker dies on the electric chair. I was enjoying watching the murder movie rather than the supernatural jumping through, electricity and stuff like that. For me, it kind of didn't. It wasn't a horror movie after that point. But I watched it again, and I'm pleased to say I've changed my mind on that. As much as I like the kind of murder story where it's based in the here and now with a bit of dream stuff and all that, when it goes off the rails, I was getting a kick out of it, to be fair. So yeah,
I think it's got a lot to do with this thing about VHS. It's very in now at the moment, isn't it? And that's got like a very aesthetically, VHS is like intrinsic to the story, and old style TV and all that stuff. So I think that plays a lot better now than it did back when it came out, because it's like everything like that now, isn't it? Like,
And do you know what? I don't know about you, Elwood, but I'm a big fan of watching horror movies, and I know this didn't mean it because it is it's a product of its time, but it's just nice to watch a horror movie where mobile phones aren't involved and the internet isn't involved. You just don't have that anymore. If the movie's made in a time where you said to your friends, "I'll phone you at 6, be in," and that's it. You know what I mean? That's how you made arrangements back then. So there's more room for calamity. There's more room for danger, rather than everybody, having a blue mobile phone attached to the hip these days. And that I was sat watching. It was Channel 4, and it was on the other night. Just the remake of Scream, and it just struck me what a pile of shit that is. You know what I mean? And everybody's got these. Oh, there's an app and it's hello Sydney via this app and all this, and I'm like, oh, go away with your apps, go away with your mobile phones. Horror was better before the internet, like, for sure. But no, I like it. I like it. I thought the pace of Shocker, it's a zippy little film. That runtime just kind of zips along. I was never bored in the movie, and certainly up until he gets taken down in the electric chair, it's I couldn't take my eyes off the screen. He's awesome, by the way. Horace Pinker's awesome. He's an awesome killer. Like, he's badass. Like,
it's like mean, isn't he? It's like mean and like in a kind of like scary. You wouldn't like to meet someone like Horace Pinker because he'll mess you up.
I watched the interview with Mitch Pileggi on YouTube, and he said that Wes Craven, when he got the gig, because it's his first job. It was his first job since he left school. And he said he just pretty much let him do whatever he wanted. Said, right,
I think it was his first main role, but it wasn't his first job. He's in Return of the Living Dead 2, isn't he? He's one of the soldiers in Return of the Living Dead 2.
Oh, is he?
Yeah, it's only like a scene and a half, but he's in Return of the Living Dead 2 as well. And
obviously he's the X-Files guy, wasn't he? What was he in X-Files? He was the chief, wasn't he? Chief. Head on.
He was.
Yeah. And he's so different in that. He's like so low key. He doesn't barely even raise his voice. And in this one, he's like out there.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, he's a big fella.
Yeah. So another thing these two movies have got in common is logic. Neither movies have any logic whatsoever. The stories don't make any sense at all.
No.
And I think that's one of the downfalls of the movie. I think it being a fun, enjoyable movie gets you so far, but at the end of the day, a lot of the stuff is like they're just throwing the stuff in, and it's like I'm not quite sure how they managed to write a script where there's so many holes.
Wes Craven must have made sense as he went along. Surely to God,
it feels that way. Like it does feel that way. I know. I watched. Oh, sorry. I was just saying. I watched some of the special features on House 3 when I was watching that. And they were saying during the making of House 3, those guys were consciously aware that Wes Craven was doing Shocker at the same time. And they were kind of like, trying not to copy, but at the same time, kind of like almost eavesdropping on what they're doing. Like, I wonder if Wes Craven was aware of House 3.
He was aware of anything making this.
No. I'll tell you one thing that struck me about the beginning of Shocker, and I think I mentioned it to you guys when I was watching it via text, is the main guy's girlfriend. She's awesome, man. I was watching it and I was thinking, I want a girlfriend like that. She's so caring. She loves the ground that this guy walks on. She's so understanding. He's like, this guy he's clumsy. He keeps forgetting everything. Blah 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 blah. He has personal tragedy, and she's there for him. And then what does Wes Craven do? He kills her in the first 10, 15 minutes, man. She's fucking dead. But to be fair, she does come back in some kind of eerie kind of ghost scene. Oh, and then, even as a ghost, she's trying to protect the fella because she loves him that much. And what does he do? He goes, "Oh, a ghosty, I'm scared." And I'm like, he runs away from her. "Get the fuck away from me," and all this. And I'm like, "It's your lass. She's trying to help you, man." You know what I mean? It's like, what the fuck?
But she's dead and she's a ghost. I would do the same thing. There's too much in soccer. There's too much stuff in soccer. Like, you don't need she's only there just to have the story to move on, like to explain stuff and give him that bloody necklace.
She's a weapon, the Excalibur weapon.
Thing.
That makes
and
sense.
It's like I don't know, man.
Why is Horace scared of the fucking necklace? Why?
It's
Can you guys name any other prison related movies, electric chair related movies from the 80s?
Prison.
Yeah, Prison. And there's another one which Prison's all right. I watched it quite recently. Is it a
Rennie Harlan film? Is that right?
That's right. Yeah, that was made in 1987, and there's one called made in 1988 called Destroyer, aka Shadow of Death, which is about a guy who gets done the electric chair. It comes back, and in that prison, they decide to make a movie in that prison, and he comes back and starts killing all the actors and the producers and everybody in that movie. It's all right, but the Destroyer guy's a big guy with big muscles, and it's like a proper scary dude. But yeah, that's another one that came out in. And to be honest, the other similarity I would say is that the second half of Shocker goes from a supernatural serial killer who goes through, who uses electricity to do stuff, into like a possession movie where he's jumping around, his body's jumping around through different people. And that's just like Fallen with Denzel Washington, and it's also quite similar to another serial killer movie, The First Power with Lou Diamond Phillips, where the guy does the same thing, doesn't he?
You love that one, man. You love The First Power, man. Yeah, is that the one with the fucking horse that goes nuts? Is that right? I think the serial killer doesn't the killer possess a horse in The First Power? And Lou Diamond Phillips is firing his gun and that, and his horse is going nuts. And I'm like,
he's on top of the horse, and he runs through a parade or something, and knocks someone over and kills them. But he doesn't possess the horse. He's just on top of the horse.
Okay.
Lou Diamond Phillips.
Lou Diamond Phillips, man. You can't. Lou doesn't get any better than he was in that movie Bats. No, that's a classic. Bats. Bats. You remember that? Betty.
Talking with Bob Pitt, when you said the guy who's clumsy, what's his name? Parker. What's his name?
I can't remember his name.
Guy who kind of talks stupid.
Do you know? God bless him. Right, I think he's in Fire in the Sky. I think the same guy's in Fire in the Sky, and he's kind of good in Fire in the Sky. But he, the way he talks, it's almost like that. He's maybe being touched on the shoulder by the angel of cerebral palsy a bit. His face is a little bit kind of. There's something off.
Oh, good shot, Rhino. Clumsy. He's fucking playing football at the start. He runs into the goalpost.
Yes, he does.
Full on goalpost, and then he falls over the water table. What's he doing?
That's comic relief, though, man.
Yeah, there's some like humorous moments in the movie, especially in the first half, and Horace Pinker's one-liners are pretty good as well. I can quickly go through the comments.
Yeah.
Finger lick. Guys. Fourth one is the best. Now, if she's talking about House, then that's absolutely wrong because House 3 is the second best and House 1's the first best,
Yes.
and the other two are crap.
House 2's rubbish.
I used to like it when I was a kid. Cinephile slightly here, everyone.
Yeah.
Oh, hi, mate. And Michael Myers, let's take a ride in my Volkswagen.
Volkswagen, yeah, he just say that. Yeah, he
That's
just
it
say
coming
that.
up. Mitch used to present, I think it was the Masked Magician TV show. I remember that.
No way. The Masked Magician. Revealing all the
Michael
secrets.
Myers says, the Hidden, that's another one with the body jumping.
Yeah, I love it. That
Hidden
comes.
brilliant. Yeah.
Yeah. Hidden was beautiful.
Oh, okay. Rabbi was talking about, she was saying the intros that we had for your thing.
Oh.
You were saying the first one was the best.
Okay. That's the one I would like the best.
Yeah,
one.
the fourth one was the best.
Yeah.
Yeah, I got that. Michael Myers says that stuntman took one for the team for sure.
Yeah.
Right. So shocker. So
Shocking.
let's go through the movie because I've got a bunch of clips all lined up. I'll try to make them as short as possible, so hopefully it's going to be okay.
We won't get banned.
Yeah.
Just do that. You got it, baby. And then we'll just make any others.
I forgot about that. That's awesome. Aye. What is the deal with that? Like, what is the deal with that? You got it, baby. You know, so is the devil some kind of Rastafarian voodoo god?
Yeah,
no, it must be.
Yeah, yes, yeah.
That's fair play. Maybe a little bit of. Sorry, I was going to say maybe a little bit of Serpent of the Rainbow, seeping into the movie. I don't know.
You know, I was just thinking, Wes Craven's movies from the 80s, they were very up and down. Like, I mean, he's made some. I've got to think. I think Shocker might be his second best movie he made in the 80s after Nightmare on Elm Street. Because like for me, it's theatrical stuff.
Yeah.
Because Hills of Ice 2. I've not seen it, but I heard it's not very good. And Deadly Friend, actually, I do really like Deadly Friend, but it's not a good movie. And Shocker, Serpent in the Rainbow. I tried watching Serpent in the Rainbow again. I couldn't get through it. Really, I don't know why. I could not get through it.
Serpent in the Rainbow. Like, it's kind of I find it depressing. Like, I find it depressing, that movie. The highlight is, watching Bill Pullman get his nuts crucified and that, and you're like that going, this is not nice, this is not good. Yeah. Cool Bill.
Yeah. So the main guy in Shocker is his name's Jonathan, and he's played by Peter Berg, who's now a film director. He's not what?
He's not an actor, isn't he? Not. Bloody hell.
Yeah. Well, he's not so bad.
He's good in Fire in the Sky, which is he's in Fire in the Sky. He's one of the workies that the lumberjacks. Yeah,
the lumberjacks.
One of the lumberjacks. Exactly. He doesn't believe Travis.
Didn't Peter Berg direct Very Bad Things with Christian Slater and Cameron Diaz? Didn't he direct that?
I think he did.
Mm.
I haven't seen that movie in years. I really like that movie, Vass. I
remember when it came out. I remember he used to be a big fan.
Yeah. I need to see that again. Definitely.
Yeah. So this Jonathan guy, he's like a college football star, and he's having bad dreams. His dad's a cop, which is exactly the same as Nightmare on Elm Street. And he's having a dream.
Can I just say, his dad's a prick as well? Like, his dad's a prick. He's just so shouty. Constantly. His fucking family's being butchered. What are you doing? You're making my life and all that. And have a little bit of empathy, man. It was his family too. With that, you're adopted, and you're like that. What? Give the guy a break.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, the dad in Nightmare on Elm Street's a bit of a dick as well, to be honest, isn't he? He doesn't believe a word he says, and bloody. Walls are up in the house.
True.
Yeah.
It's John Saxon. No, he redeems himself in part 3.
Ah, this is true. So he has a dream about his foster family being killed, and it actually happens straight afterwards. So I think I'm might have a clip of that. Let's have a look. Could this be the clip?
Exciting.
I have to press unmute, like really fast.
Who's working on the TV at this hour?
He jumped into
Lots of dreams happening in this movie.
He jumped into him.
Yeah, that's very Nightmare on Elm Street as well. I was going to say.
Totally, Nightmare on Elm Street.
So after the funeral, he has a drink with his dad. And
the funeral that's the next day. Yeah.
There's like 5 funerals in this movie, man. There's a funeral every 20 minutes in this movie.
Yeah. They move it along fast, don't they?
Yeah.
So he tells his dad he dreamt of the murder, and he saw him, and
do you know what, Ellie? To be fair, I never noticed how quick the funeral was. You're right. You know, all this family's been slain. Autopsies, schmartopsies. We don't need an autopsy. It's perfectly clear what's happened to them. Just get them in the ground. Yeah, you're right. That's weird. That's weird.
So I think Horace Pink is he's like a serial killer, and he knows that Jonathan's dad is on the case. I think that's why he's targeting his family. But there's a link between Jonathan and Horace Pinker, which they drop little clues all the way through that, but we find out about it a bit more clearly later on. So let's have a look. So he tells his dad, I know what he looks like. I know he's got a limp. So he tells him about the van that he's got Pinker's TV repairs. So they go locate that place, and they decide to raid it and see if they can find him. So after
I've seen it. I drew Dad.
I'll show the clip.
Just the way they happen. I knew it was more than a dream, Don. It was so real. I know what this guy looks like. I even know he has a limp.
Did the clip stick there, or was it just on my side, or did it stick?
Oh, it worked for me.
It worked for you, all right, okay. I must be having internet connection problems over here.
So they go to Pinker's repair shop, bunch of coppers, and but Pinker is ready for them.
Yeah, he is.
Clip.
This is crazy. Call for backup. Did you find anything?
It's a good slit throat, that. It's a good slit throat, that. I have to say, I was kind of impressed with Pinker's glory hole that he's got going on there, man, in his wee room and that. His wee glory hole he's got there. He nabs that. Those coppers
by the way he put the cop's uniform on, and his workmates thought he was one of those.
Exactly. To be fair, they totally deserved everything that they got, because they were the dumbest coppers in the world. I like that copper that Pinker places on top of the bonnet of the car, and he's just like that. Oh! Exactly. Good stuff, man. Good stuff.
I laughed at that. That was hilarious.
So Pinker escapes, but now they've identified who he is, and for some reason they say in the press, they tell him that the reason that they found him was because Jonathan's having these dreams, and he's the one who located him. So I guess Pinker doesn't like that, and Pinker decides to go after his girlfriend.
As you do.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
the girlfriend I really like.
Kill his girlfriend, and then cue another funeral. I'll show that bit first.
I kind of broke my heart that bit. I was like, oh, I liked her. I liked her a lot more than him, man. I wanted her to be the star of the movie, man. She had empathy and everything.
You want better than him.
Yeah.
So this Jonathan kid, he's full of ideas. He comes up with a plan. He decides, I'm going to go into the dream. I don't know. Is he doing astral projection there? I don't even understand. So he said, I'm going to go into the dream. I've seen Nightmare on Elm Street.
Yeah.
His mate, who's called Rhino, isn't it? He says, look, I'm going to go to sleep. You sit next to me. I'm going to go find Pinker, and then you quickly wake me up before Pinker kills me.
Nightmare on Elm Street. Literally. Do you think the studio said, Wes, give me another Nightmare on Elm Street? That's what we want. We want another Nightmare on Elm Street.
The rights to Nightmare on Elm Street, didn't he? I think it was Neil Lammer just took it all off him, and
that's right.
What to do with 2? I think he wrote a bit of 3.
Yeah,
I think to do until New Nightmare, which is 7 or 8.
I mean, if you want to make a Nightmare on Elm Street type, why didn't you just not make another Nightmare on Elm Street straight away? Why do you have to say, I'm going to pick a new villain and have a story that makes even less sense than Nightmare on Elm Street does, and see how that goes? I think because it's a high budget movie, I think he got like the finance for it. So, but I think he rushed on that screenplay for sure. Yeah. So anyway, so they drive around, and the guy falls asleep, and he goes, finds Pinker, who just happens to be committing another murder.
Well, yeah.
At that moment, he goes to sleep. So let's watch that.
Pinker! How you doing, Horace? You want to play, you little piss ant? Righto? 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 Got it, asshole.
Righto!
How you doing?
Yeah, piss out.
What I don't understand is I'm sure it's happening before the crime. He's having a dream about it, and then it happens in real life.
Yeah.
I don't know how he's interacting with Pinker at the time where it hasn't actually happened yet.
Yeah, it's weird, isn't it?
30 seconds delay.
That was strange.
Scream. He would later use that in Scream.
Is that the same kill where he kills the girl and he throws it on the stairs and he stops 10 coppers from getting up the stairs with the girl?
Yeah. So there's a big. So they take him. He finds out the street that was happening. Go to the street. The cops will follow him. They go inside, have a big chase, have a big fight, and they eventually catch Horace Pinker. And he drops some references that they're related. Jonathan and Pinker, who's Jonathan's adopted. So he's going to get executed.
Yeah, but wait, man. When he was escaping, you got to remember the ladder across the 2 roofs.
Yeah.
If you knew, he has a limp. But he twinkle toed across that ladder straight.
Absolutely right there.
Pretty poor Jonathan had to do a massive jump, and then he did a karate on him, didn't he?
Yeah.
Double-footed kick, which was pretty. That was pretty cool. To be fair.
Yeah.
Yeah, that is a pretty cool fight when he puts his head against that thing that's revolving, that air vent thing.
Yeah, the air vent thing. Yeah.
Yeah, that was cool.
I wonder, did he put the ladder there to use that? I wonder if Horace Pinker put that ladder there. I wonder if that's how he got into the building. He put the ladder there, twinkled across it, and then went, got me escape route, coppers, I'm going back across my little ladder.
Yeah,
I don't know. I think in a lot of slum areas, they just do that so they can go across from different buildings in the tops. That's what they did in Judgment Night, didn't they? They had them there already. They didn't have them there to get from one place to the next. To, I guess, avoid the police and stuff.
Yeah.
So Jonathan tells his dad, I want to be there at the execution. I want to see it happen, then I'm going to get some closure. So we move to the day of the execution, and they're going to his cell, and Pink is doing some crazy ass ritual with a telly. He's a TV repairman, which means he can do all this stuff with a telly. So I'll show that clip.
Yeah.
That's right.
There's a lot of cable from this TV, man. Thank God there was so much cable in it.
Come on! Give it to me!
You got it, baby.
You got it, baby.
Listen, I'm just curious, like, where has he got the jump cables from, right? Now,
you're not allowed to kill.
No, listen, just a little observation, right? In a past life, I might have spent, a couple of hours in Her Majesty's service, and I'm pretty sure they take your belt off you and your shoelaces and all that, blah, blah, blah. This guy's got fucking jump cables, right? He's got jump cables. Now, I know they weren't inside that TV because, you know, I watched the movie, I took my TV apart just to see if there was any jump cables in there. And to be fair, the technology's changed. It's a motherfucking LCD, man. So, but there was definitely no jump cables inside my TV whatsoever. So maybe that was his last request. You know, you get a last request. Would you lend me some jump cables, please?
And 20 black candles. 20 black candles.
20 black candles, please. Aye, exactly. And a lighter. And a lighter. Yeah. Bonkers, man. Absolutely bonkers.
Yeah. I'll quickly do some comments. Michael Myers says, in The Hills of Eyes 2, a dog has a flashback. A dog.
Is it?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, to see that movie, man, but I might watch it just for that.
Yeah.
That's where Craven, man. Where did he come up with these things? I'm gonna I don't know, man. The guy's got.
I think Hills of Ice Part 2, if I'm not mistaken, was a project that he didn't really want to do, and if I'm not mistaken, there's quite a lot of original footage from the original Hills of Ice spliced into the movie to fill it. I get that. I kind of get that impression a little bit with Shocker, that he's doing this for the studio. Give us another Nightmare on Elm Street and we'll let you make The Serpent and the Rainbow or something like that, you know what I mean? That he's doing it in order to get another project approved. We'll give you something that's like a Nightmare on Elm Street that could possibly be a franchise. Oh, okay, then we'll knock this one out. That's how it feels.
Well, that's what Mitch Pileggi said in that interview. He said he was told that it was going to be a franchise and there was going to be more, but he just sort of said it never really happened. I wonder why.
Yeah. Mike Myers says Serpent in the Rainbow has some creepy moments. It does actually. Like it got some like striking images in there.
The spider in the coffin's creepy as fuck.
Yeah. I think it's a bit where like a hand comes out of a mouth and grabs him or something like that.
Yeah, that's right.
Thinking he need a stronger lead, maybe James Woods or someone. Yeah. I think he should have fixed his limp at the end, like in Usual Suspects. Yeah, that would have been. But it was a real limp, so. Real apparently. Peter Berg actually made that jump.
Well, it was a all-star football athlete.
Michael Myers couldn't stop Mick Jagger lips. Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, totally.
You can tell they're going for scares with this Shocker.
Yeah, the bit where he bites that copper's lip, the screw's lip is awesome. Like it's grim.
Should we see that? I've got that bit. Should we cue it up?
Do it.
It's classed as a comedy.
It's funny, you know. My dad watched that clip. One time, years and years ago, I was watching it on video, and he was sat down next to me having his lunch, and that clip come up, and he burst out laughing. There you go. That's what he does.
It is a bit silly.
Yeah, I think I've got that clip as number 8. Let's have a look. All right, here we go. This is like one of the most memorable bits in the movie.
Finger licking good.
Oh, nasty that, like finger licking good. Do you know the guy who gets his lip bitten, right? Is that the copper from Sleepwalkers? You know, like the one with the cat Clovis. Get the bad guy, get the bad guy, get the bad guy. That guy from that movie you love, Sleepwalkers.
I haven't seen it since 1992, mate.
All right, okay. Yeah, Sleepwalkers, man. Bassy hates it. I think it's class. Like I love Sleepwalkers. Like it's brilliant. Right down to its theme music by Enya. It's got a bloody theme music by Enya.
What like?
The only bit I like in that movie is the cameos. That scene with the cameos. I thought that was neat. Michael Myers. I think Wes in the commentary that Shocker is pretty whimsical and batshit because he was going through a divorce or something at the time.
Right.
I heard divorces do that.
You do.
Yeah.
Right. So we're at the execution scene.
Brain keeps going all over the place here.
So we're going to stop right there. Right. So we're going to move on to House and get to that same point of the execution scene, which happens
Okay.
a lot quicker than it does in Shocker.
It does. It does.
Meet Cleaver Max.
Meet Cleaver Max. What a name. What a name.
Is that his actual? Is that his name? I missed that one when I was watching. Meet Cleaver Max. That sucks. That's a sucky name.
Can you guys think of another movie with Brian James and Lance Henriksen both in the same movie?
Oh, Aliens. No, I don't know. It's not Aliens, is it? No, it's not Aliens.
That's a good question, but tell us.
Alien is Ridley Scott, and Blade Runner is Ridley Scott, and one had Brian James in, and one had actually Lance Henriksen's not in. Yeah, he's in Aliens, isn't he? Forget that.
He's in Aliens, yeah. It's not Alien.
Yeah. It's in Aliens. Never mind. Yeah, he's in a movie called. I only saw this. I remember watching it when it first came out on video rental. It was called in the UK. It was called Hatchet Man, and then it's just out on Prime, and it's got the American title, which is Nature of the Beast. So it's a serial killing movie. It's Eric Roberts and Lance Henriksen, and Lance Henriksen's like a traveling salesman. Eric Roberts is just like some drifter dude, and there's been these murders going on. So every time they get a lift together, and every place they stop, there's murders happening, and then Lance Henriksen thinks it's Eric Roberts. Eric Roberts thinks it's Lance Henriksen. We don't know who it is until the end, but but near the end we find out it's not a bad movie actually. It's more of a remember that movie Cohen and Tate? It's like a very talky movie.
I was thinking of Cohen and Tate there.
Yeah, it is a lot like Cohen and Tate, but and Lance Henriksen's got this fake gut. I don't know why they did that, but and at the end, Brian James he's only in for one scene, but he's a copper that comes to the house where they're both staying when they find out who's who, or you think who's who. And I don't want to spoil it, because it's worth watching. It's on Prime, Nature of the Beast. Although it's directed by Victor Salva, so I don't know if you want to watch it or don't want to watch it.
Okay.
When it comes to Amazon Prime horror movies, I'm there.
I was all over that shit. I was all over it. Really loves this Amazon Prime specials. Like
anything that's under 2 on the Internet Movie Database, I'm watching it.
All right, actually, before we start on House 3, I'll just mention, that little tiff I was having with those dudes.
Oh no, what's happening now?
You didn't mention it.
These dudes who don't like me very much.
I don't think you mentioned that.
Did you watch our stream?
They did. They watched it. Right? And they didn't like the fact that I named them and the channel, which I did kind of accidentally. So I won't do that now, but if anyone wants to know who it is, I'll give a little clue of who they are. That's the little clue there of who they might be.
Don't do it again, Mas. You just do it again. So what did he say? What did he say?
They didn't say much. You know what it is? I haven't been watching their videos, but they did one on It versus It, and I just thought, I wonder how they're gonna describe the It TV movie, because I know they're gonna go out their way not to say it's a mini series, and they're not gonna say it's a TV series because they know that's not true. So I thought I'd just watch it and just see how they're gonna go about doing that. And then they did mention, like, it's weird. Even the comments they were saying, "Oh, I watched the miniseries when it was on TV. I watched the miniseries." So everyone else thinks the same as I do, but that's by the by. So, but they did mention
miniseries. Did they say it was a miniseries?
No, they just called it a TV movie, which is fine. It is a TV movie, but it was shown as a miniseries to begin with. But they were just they did a lot of this. It's a TV movie. It's not a TV.
No way.
But anyway, a couple of videos later, they were doing one when they were like just talking about stuff that was getting on their nerves, and they mentioned that this one guy, he even made a video reply to us, and they couldn't respond to any single thing I said. Yeah, didn't think not a single thing. All they said was I did it for publicity. So that was it. That's all they said is I think I did it for publicity. So there you go. That's all I'm going to mention. That. I just thought I mentioned that they had
If anything, you're helping them because everybody who's watching this is now going to find their stream and go and watch it of them slagging you off. That so you've gained them more viewers, man. Hopefully they send you an email saying thanks for that, Bass. We gained more views and got a couple of subscribers. Thank you very much.
Yeah, I just got to say, their channel, it's literally got the words "Forgotten Horror" in the channel, but all their videos have nothing to do with Forgotten Horror. So I just to illustrate that, I'll mention the name of all their videos and stop me when I get to a Forgotten Horror because it might be a while. So their last movie, the last video was on Creature from the Black Lagoon. They're doing that Universal stuff at the moment. Bride of Frankenstein. Let me know when I get to a Forgotten Horror. The Wolfman. Dracula. Invisible Man. Damien Omen 2. Maniac. The Lost Boys.
The Lost Boys?
Lost Boys? Forgotten?
The Texas Chainsaw Massacre. It is only one of the more successful horror movies ever made. Not exactly a forgotten horror movie.
Yeah.
Nightmare on Elm Street.
Got money, didn't it? How much money did that remake make? It made
horror. I didn't watch it, so I don't know.
I think between the two movies, mate, you're looking at $1 billion franchise.
Yeah. I've never even seen part 2. I think I switched part 1 off.
Actually, they did one on Madman, which is I don't know if it's a forgotten one, but it's not Madman.
Oh, right.
Madman Mars. Have you seen Madman?
I've seen Madman years ago. In fact, didn't we watch it for that challenge? Was it
Psycho,
Madman?
Puppet Master, The Boy, Evil Dead, Cobra, Mad Max, Nightmare on Elm Street, Freddy vs. Jason, Halloween Kills, Friday the 13th, Pieces. Even Pieces not forgotten horror film. The Fun House, Jaws, Vamp. He Knows You're Alone. That might be forgotten. I don't even know what movie.
Listen. All I can say to these guys, if they're looking for forgotten horror movies, they need to go back to our Halloween challenge that we did a couple of years back in that, and just look at half the shite that we had to watch that was nominated by the bloody viewers. The Slayer, for fuck's sake, The Slayer. There you go. Do an episode on The Slayer. See how you get on there. That's a forgotten fucking horror movie, and it should be forgotten. You know what I mean? That's what forgotten horror movies are. The Texas Chainsaw Massacre, a forgotten horror movie. What are you fucking talking about? It's in this the motion picture museum of I don't even know the name of it, but it's been honoured as one of the best movies ever made. How's it a forgotten horror movie? The Lost Boys? What the fuck? Every time you walk into HMV, there's fucking Blu-rays and everything, everywhere. Lost Boys. So, yeah, these guys, they're going for popular horror movies. They're not going for forgotten horror movies. If they're going for forgotten horror movies, I want to see an episode on the Slayer. Endure the fucking Slayer. You know what I mean? Do Sleep Away.
I won't miss on anybody.
Yeah, that's true. Do Sleep Away Camp 4. That's a forgotten horror movie. You know what I mean? It's like
did they make a fourth one? Right. Before we get to the start on House 3, we'll just get to some comments. Oh, we got that one already. Michael Myers says, "Don't think it's the Sleepwalker's copper who gets a pen in his ear."
Right, okay. Thank you, Michael, for clarifying that.
Michael Myers, Hatchet Man, yeah. Hatchet Man, I remember. The Hatchet Man's a much better title than Nature of the Beast. Michael Myers, or whatever it's called in the US, yeah. Michael Myers, it's okay, but not keen on the director, for obviously, exactly, yeah. He's a talented guy, like, what to say? He's made some good movies.
Like Powder.
It's only Powder? Powder's cool, man.
Oh, it's fucking not bad, Massey. It's stupid.
Good.
Stupid.
It's stupid.
Stupid bass.
Michael Myers, to be fair, I've forgotten most of the It remake, except that I hated it. It was weird. They were talking about It and the It TV movie, and it seemed to me like they didn't like either of them. I don't know why they bothered. They were like they weren't really into either of the movies, but yeah, they did one. Yeah,
I've forgotten. I
I've
forgot about
watched-
the movie too, Michael.
Told me to watch it. That one when he was dissing you. That's all I've seen.
Yeah.
I don't know if I followed them or anything like that.
Michael Myers, surely they've forgotten. Yeah.
I might have followed.
Yeah. It's weird. They were talking about It Chapter 2, and they were saying, "Oh, I was really shocked by that scene at the beginning where that gay guy gets beaten up, like a hate crime thing, and then Pennywise kills him."
Yeah.
And they were more bothered about the hate crime bit than Pennywise actually killing the guy. And they said, "Oh, shocked! I wasn't expecting that." And I'm like, well, if you read the book, it's actually in the book.
It's in the book.
That's
Oh,
from the book. But anyway, but they don't do books. They just watch them. If it's not in the movie, it doesn't count. There you go.
Shaka. Sorry, the theme tune just keeps coming through my head.
Do you know the Shocker theme tune reminds me so much a little bit of Big Trouble in Little China theme tune, but also in the Mouth of Madness. The way the Metallica tune kind of goes in with the initial credits. It was kind of a mashup of Big Trouble in Little China. that kind of thing. John Carpenter singing as well. Listen, if you've ever got 5 minutes, right, go and watch the John Carpenter music video for the Big Trouble in Little China theme. It's fucking brilliant, man. He's like, that's with his guitar. It's literally Dad on a guitar going, Big Trouble in Little China, like that. It's bonkers. Like, I love the guy. Don't we love John Carpenter, but holy shit.
You have to sing.
I don't think we've ever done a thing where we've not mentioned John Carpenter. It's never happened.
That's true. That's true.
Yeah, actually, I read an article of John Carpenter saying he didn't know why. Oh God, what was that movie called? What won the best Oscar?
Was it Shocker?
No, there was Barbie and there was the other
one.
Oh, Oppenheimer.
The Oppenheimer. And he was saying Oppenheimer, it's all right. I don't know why it's got best thing. It's not that good. It's all right. It's fine. And the people criticizing, saying, "Look at you! It's better than The Ward. It's better than Ghost of Mars."
Listen, anyway. I would agree with John there. Like I went to the cinema to see Oppenheimer because I watched the trailer and it looked like I was going to be treated with hellfire and bombs and nuclear explosions and stuff like that. And what I got was a 3-hour talky film. I got JFK essentially. Yeah, but with less drama and less tension. You what?
Did you not fall asleep?
No. I was in the front row. People, it was full, man. It was packed. It was absolutely packed. So I was a little bit self-conscious, but I did want to. 3 hours. It was a long 3 hours for me. And I got up. The guy I was with, God bless him. I hope he's not watching this because, I did say. He got up and I was like, "What did you think?" And he was like, "What a fucking film that was!" And I was like, "Holy shit!" I was like, "Yeah, it was really good." Like, but I was bored, man. I was bored. I was fucking bored. You know what I mean? I literally got 2 seconds of explosions, man. You watch this the second episode of Fallout, and you get like 10 times better than Oppenheimer. 10 times better than Oppenheimer in the first 10 minutes of episode 2 of Fallout, you know what I mean? But yeah, maybe I was watching it for the wrong reasons, like, to be fair. I think I went to watch an explosion movie, and what I got was a biopic. So, a biopic, I'm sure it's very good right enough, but yeah, I kind of wish I went to see Barbie. Mind you, no, I've seen Barbie. It sucks. But yeah. I think...
I through that as well.
I felt close. I didn't like Barbie. I felt uncomfortable with Barbie. To be fair, it's it's a strange rhetoric, Barbie. It's a strange old rhetoric to be pumping out to the masses, like. But we live in a strange world.
We do.
I think a lot of people got Jedi mind tricked into like loving that movie because everyone says it's so good. So people like think like it or probably think it's better than what it is.
Listen, there's some really good humor in there. You know, when it's funny, it's really funny. Ryan Gosling's really funny. You know what I mean? I like, you know, I'm kind of super stoked about seeing the Fall Guy. You know what I mean? I think, you know, I'm down with that. I like him. Did you see the Beavis and Butt? Yeah, did you see the Beavis and Butt?
No, you can't not like him.
No, did you see the Beavis and Butthead thing from Saturday Night Live? It was fucking, it's hilarious, like absolutely hilarious, brilliant, like. So I liked all his stuff. I liked the Ken stuff and all, like, but there was an undercurrent message being pumped out there, drip fed, and I wasn't appreciative of it. You know, being a bloke, I'm kind of protective of blokes, and I don't think that blokes are quite the tyrants that were being made out to be.
Yeah, exactly.
Michael Myers says there's definitely worse things going on in the It book. This is
Totally,
true. This is true. Michael Myers, even the opening titles for Shocker are the same as Nightmare on Elm Street with the baddie crafting the weapon. Exactly right. Audience are currently playing Day of the Dead if anyone wants to watch a decent movie at the cinema. Is that right?
Yes. Is it like an anniversary, like, Michael? Is that why they're showing it again? Like a 30th anniversary or something?
Next year will be the 85, 40th anniversary next year.
Yeah, it was 85, yeah.
Where's Bushi?
Where's Dave? Dave knows that we're coming on. Where is Dave? In fact, is Michael the only one watching our stream at this point?
8 people.
Right, okay.
Right, so we get on with the House 3, the second best house film.
Yes.
Out of all 4.
So in this, out of 4, it's not bad going. So in this one, Lance Henriksen is a cop, and his name's Lucas, and he's got a wife, 2 kids, and he's been on the trail of a serial killer. He's actually caught the guy, and but he suffers from bad dreams, just like in Shocker. And the guy's called Max Jenke. He's the villain, Meat Cleaver Max.
Like Meat Cleaver.
Hundreds of peoples, and we start off. He's having a dream, and he's it's the dream of when the night that Max Jenke got caught. I'll show a clip.
I take the diner. You take the plan.
By the way, right, just before we get on to House 3, right? Just before we get on to House 3, do you know that bit there with the legs? In fact, there's a million points during this movie. It goes, the music goes, boom. Isn't that the start of the Michael Jackson song, Dirty Diana? Is it just me, or is that the start of Dirty Diana, the fucking Michael Jackson track? I'm telling you, go back and listen to Dirty Diana. We've fucking taken that from Dirty Diana, I'm telling you.
Dirty Diana. No.
Ow! Yeah, exactly, mate. Dirty Diana. Yeah.
So they split up, and the black cop has gone to the plant next door, and he's gone to the diner, and Max Jenke's been through there.
I mean, I have to say, you know, his partner is the 80s trope of horror movies. He's your black partner that doesn't really get much character development. You know he's going to die because he's disposable. And boy, does he get it in this fucking movie. Like, I think doesn't he get both his arms cut off or something like that? Yeah. You know what I mean? It's like he's literally
coming up now.
Oh,
coach of Shocker. I thought it was the coach of Shocker. I thought it was.
No, it's not, you racist. It's not. They all look the same, you know.
They all look the same, man. Is that what you said? They all look the same to me.
Right, so he's going through the diner and he finds all the bodies and things. That was the biggest mincer I've ever seen in my life. Have you ever seen it bigger minted than that?
That much mince.
The diners really have that.
Yeah, it was in a kitchen.
Yeah. Right. So let's continue.
That pop an eyeball, man. That pop an eyeball. I remember when I originally saw House 3, that wasn't in the movie. It was heavily cut, I believe, House 3 when it originally came out. There was like 2 minutes chucked out of it. And of course, we can watch the unedited version now, which is what that is. But that pop an eyeball wasn't in the original cut of it. That was the too nasty version. Because remember, at that time when House 3 came out was when the MPAA were going absolutely nuts with violence and that. They were pretty much, sure. They were doing essentially the US's version of the video nasty bill over there at that point. That's why the likes of the Friday the 13th movies got cut to absolute ribbons. Same thing with House 3. So the original cut of House 3 is completely different to, I'm sure, the one that we watched this week, which in all of its nasty glory. I mean, House 3 is a very, very, very gory film. Like, as far as violence goes and gore, it beats Shocker absolutely hands down. Whether the
deep fried
the nature of it as well. It's like it's so over the top that you don't like. It doesn't really like. It doesn't shock you.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. I think I was watching the making of House 3 the other night, and Kane Hodder, who doubles for Max Cady, he was saying that at the time when he was Max Jenkins, sorry, what did I say?
Max Cady.
Oh, Max Cady, right? Okay, yeah. Kane Hodder was saying that at the time he didn't have much faith in the special effects guys because he didn't know them, and I think it was K&B Effects' first gig. I'm pretty sure that's what he says in the in this making of documentary. And he says as the production went on, he realised that they were completely badass. I mean, I have to say that's the best part of House 3 for me is the practical effects, the nastiness of it. It goes for it. Some of it's silly, some of it really works. But it doesn't wimp out on showing you things. The unrated cut, but the version that we got was originally was like I say, a minute to 2 minutes out of it. There was a lot cut out of this movie. Like.
Well, there was a lot cut out of Shocker. Shocker, they had to make like cut after cut after cut just to get the rating, didn't
really?
They? Oh
I
yeah.
didn't know that.
Yeah.
Shit. Well, I suppose there's a lot of stabby.
But these days it would have been all right. So they should just maybe. What do I mean?
Yeah, I mean these days.
Didn't GMB do the effects on Intruder? That was before that, wasn't it?
I have no idea, mate. I don't know who did the effects on Intruder. I mean, it could well be. Could be that Kane Hodder didn't know about it, but this is what he was saying on the making of.
All right.
Yeah.
Right. So he's worried about his partner, so he goes into the plant, and he finds his partner, and he's not in good nick.
Has he been clean?
To be fair, at least the killer put him in a wee swing. You know what I mean? He thought, I've cut his arms off. He's gonna die. Let's give him a little bit of childhood joy before he dies, and that will put him on a wee swing. And when Lance comes out, I'll go, wee, there's your partner, wee. And he's like that. And instead of obviously going, wee, this is awesome. Like, remember rope swing, Elwood? You used to love the rope swing when you were a kid and that. He goes, get him, Lucas, get him. And he's like, tell me. And he goes, I think he says, Lance Herrick says, I'm going to fucking kill him and all this. And he goes, good enough for me. And just dies.
Yeah.
In that.
I'm actually going to show the death scene because it's actually my favorite bit of the movie because I don't know what it is about the scene, but I love that guy's acting. I think he's on top form. It's just like this is proper horror movie acting.
Okay.
Are you ready?
Yep, I'm ready.
Luke, I did the best I could. I know, buddy. I know. I was scared. Okay, you did the best. Get Zingy! Get Zingy! I'll nail his fucking ass.
To a court.
Let me put that on. Get Jinky!
Get Zingy! I love it.
I've seen that, man. I like that.
It's good. It is good.
So he finds Jinky. He's got a hostage, and that's when he wakes up from his dream. And
Is that the
I've got the clip. Hang on. It's H5.
little girl in it?
Yeah.
Been looking forward to this meeting for 3 years, cop. Now put the gun down.
You gotta be shitting me, man.
Do it!
Do it!
Cuts the head off so easily, doesn't he? With that
Totally.
they just like that, and then the head's off.
Like it's a jelly baby head. It just comes off like a doll's head. Like a doll. Have you noticed with the killer's mouth? You know when we shall go do it, our mouth open this way. His goes like that. Do it. It goes down. It's strange. But I have to say, you know, the killer in this movie, it's like the director, and he's like, how do you want me to act? Well, you know, kind of unhinged. What do you mean unhinged? Do you know that scene in Batman, Tim Burton's Batman, with Michael Keaton, where he smashes the poker against the thing and goes, come on, blah, blah, blah. Base your entire character on that one scene. He's going full Michael Keaton in this movie. Like, do you not see his performance and feel Michael Keaton? I feel Michael Keaton. That one scene in Batman where he's going, it's Michael Keaton. Do you not think Michael Keaton?
You want to get nuts? Let's get nuts.
Exactly. Yeah, exactly.
So yeah, he wakes up from his dream.
Is a better
Next
actor
to his
than anyone in Shocker.
I would agree.
Let's that scene. It's a good scene as well.
Having a nightmare.
Oh my God. I thought you were
Dead?
He's got the wig on.
How's that? That's Michael Keaton with a wig, man. That's Michael Keaton with a wig from the movie Batman. I'm telling you.
He got a fucking wig on. Fuck's sake.
I have to say, Lance Henriksen's wife in this, you know, I thought she had some kind of MILF kind of aspect about her. You know, I was feeling it. I thought to myself, she's a very supportive woman. But I thought to myself, you know, I think
She took the strangulation as well, didn't she? She took the strangulation as well.
Exactly. You know, she took one for the team, man. She took one for the team there.
Yeah, but at this point, had we seen his daughter at this point?
Good point.
Pfeiffer. Fucking hell.
Good point. Well, before we talk about the daughter, can we just comment a little bit? Can we show a little bit of respect for? I mean, personally, Lance Henriksen in this movie, right? I think his acting in this movie goes from Sleepwalking to 11. It's like, I'm here for the paycheck. Whoa, I'm here for the Oscar. And you're like, which one is it? The Oscar or the paycheck? Which, you know, but to be fair, they've obviously said you're going to have a few scenes with your shirt off in this movie. So get pumped up, Lance. And he's like, but I only weigh 8 stone. What am I going to do? Right? So he eats his chicken, he does his body weights and that, and he's like that going, like that. He's pumped, man. I'm watching him, I'm like that going, you know, he's got this. I no longer look at you as that skinny copper from the Terminator or that you know, skinny android from Aliens and that. You've got this. You're like, it's like they've said to him, this pays off, Lance. This movie works out. You could be the next action hero. And he's going, really? And then he's got into the movie and went, do you know what? No, it's not going to happen. So, yeah. I don't know. Do you guys agree that, you know, that Lance's acting in this movie goes from I'm just here for the paycheck, to ramped up to 11, where he's like, maybe had a bit of cocaine that day or something like that, and he's just got off the scales and that he goes, rah, rah, rah. And then he's like that going, yeah, whatever, and you can literally, it's like Krusty the Clown from The Simpsons, where Krusty will be saying something to the camera and that, and he'll go, thank you all, it means the world to me. What's that say? Like he's reading the cue card and that.
I like Lance. Lance's acting is way better than bloody what's his chops in Shocker.
Yeah, he's a much better leading man. Very, yeah.
Oh, he is.
He carries the movie, really. Him and Brian James both carry them.
Yeah, Brian.
It's a bad movie.
Well, to be fair, and that just shows what an actor Lance Henriksen is, because even at his worst, he's still better than most actors that are actually kicking out. And like I say, he's not at his worst here, but the movie is inconsistent as fuck with regards to Lance Henriksen's performance in my eyes. It's like I say, he goes from one scene where he's really believable, and then he goes from another scene where he's literally just mouthing the words. He's like, there's no life in his eyes. He's like Bruce the shark from fucking Jaws, man. You know what I mean? He's dead behind the eyes and that. And then he goes up to number 11. It's all over the place. Like,
is that his first lead role? Like, because he's not a leading man, isn't he? Not.
Was Vengeance the Demon before or afterwards?
He's not really the lead in that, is he? I mean, I don't know. He's kind of the same in that one. He's very dour in that one as well. He's very serious and very dour. He's kind of the same in this one as well.
Vengeance the Demon is better. He's better in Vengeance the Demon. It's a more consistent tone. There's a lot more craft in Vengeance the Demon for me. Like there's a lot more. It's a twisted fairy tale, and it pulls a twisted fairy tale off Vengeance the Demon. This is, it's apt, I think, that this thing's called The Horror Show rather than House 3, because it feels like, it feels like a studio that's pumping out a horror movie. Mm-hmm. That's what it feels like.
Oh, because he looked about 60 in this movie. It looked like he's about 60 in Aliens. How old is he now? 100?
He's old now. Like I think he's. I'm not going to tempt fate, but I wouldn't be surprised if we saw an unfortunate post in the next 5 years written off on the internet. I think I saw an interview with him recently, and he's old as fuck. He's quite bitter about some things, but he has a genuine point as well. I think he does a lot of fan talks at the moment.
Oh yeah.
He's reached that age where he's absolutely unfiltered, and he just doesn't give a fuck anymore. So he speaks his mind, which is nice and it's refreshing, but I'm not sure that's what the fans expect sometimes. So there's lots of videos on YouTube which I would recommend go and have a look at. Lance Henriksen talking to his fans, but he's brutally honest about some of the productions that he's worked on. He loves James Cameron. He hasn't got a bad word to say about James Cameron or anything like that. Yeah. But a lot of the other productions, he's quite scathing. Like, it's quite much the same as Michael Biehn. I think the one that stands out in my mind was Michael Biehn and Lance Henriksen both talking like to me. Michael Biehn looks like he's literally addicted to crack at this point in time. Some of the stuff that comes out of his mouth, but Lance Henriksen he's like Victor Meldrew, man. He's a very angry old man.
Very old.
Yeah, totally, man, totally.
Anyway, Bass, where are we at in the film?
Paul, put a light on in your bedroom, man, because it genuinely looks like you're camping out.
I am.
It looks like you're camping out, man. It looks like you're going.
Okay.
Elwood's house.
Try and find the lamp up.
Michael Myers. Not sure it's quite 40 years. That's Day of the Dead, but went to see it last night and was awesome on the big screen.
Oh, nice, man. Nice.
Michael Myers. Yeah, I think I am flying solo in the chat here. Seems like it. Weird coincidence. I think Lance's cop partner in that bit is the guy from Day of the Dead. Interesting. Get jinky. Shocker and House 3 are both cut for the R ratings. Weirdly, the UK got it uncut. The uncut Shocker has never been released, though. Oh.
Yeah, it was cut heavily. They kept cutting it all the time just to get it released. I
Tango
don't know
and
why.
Cash.
No, nothing bad in it, really. You know.
Yeah,
You think-
no. He is from Tango and Cash.
Yeah. With the Cockney accent, isn't it? Oh, they
Paul
did an accent in this
Dudley
one as
between the
well.
big lion.
In this one where he pretends to be the lawyer. How does Lance Henriksen not recognize him? Makes no sense.
Exactly, but he's got an English accent. He does an English accent, doesn't he? He's like, "Hey, hello, yes, blah blah." And I'm thinking, think, Lance, think. You're in America. Where have you got this posh English lawyer from that looks just like the killer?
Big light on. Big
Oh
light.
yeah, Paul needs to turn the big light on. There you go. Done.
Turn big
Done,
light
done.
on. Big light's on. Big light is on.
Right. So same with Shocker. Lance Henriksen wanted to be there at the execution.
Mm.
So let's move on to the execution.
I want to
scene.
see him fry.
So the execution scene, I've got them both slipped in together with each other, so we get the best of both. So
Oh, and obviously the execution's the next day, just like the funerals. Everything's the next day, isn't it?
yeah,
None of this death row one's going to call or anything like that. Not 5 years on death row. Fry him. He definitely did it. He definitely did it.
Sorted.
right. This is the longest clip I've got, but it should be okay because when I did it on my promo, I didn't get no copyright of it for anything at all. Like
I
no
was going to
copyright.
ask that.
You know what? Right now, those guys that you've slagged off are reporting you for copyright.
Yeah.
Right. So let's get to the execution scene, and we'll compare the two and see which one we think is better. Here we go.
Your worst fucking nightmare, Lucas. I'm it.
What are you waiting for, dickhead? You want to fry me? Then do it, you fucking insect!
You heard the man.
All I did was give me a hard on.
Oh my God.
Increase the voltage.
Yeah, increase the voltage, shithead! Yeah!
Get in there, doctor, and check him out.
Lucas, I'm gonna tear your world apart. Coming back to fuck you up.
Chair really kicks ass.
Hit him with a chair, Lance. Hit him with a fucking foldable chair.
That's cool, man.
Emergency.
I think that the execution scene in House 3 is better than the one in Shocker.
Yeah, it is.
More to it, isn't it?
Yeah.
Which is kind of strange because the Shocker, the cover is literally Horace Pinker in the electric chair. That's the poster.
Well, they had better people working on House 3, didn't they? They had better special effects guys working on House 3 than they did Shocker, didn't they?
Agreed. I like that bulging purple vein that comes up on his arm. That's horrible. Yeah, horrible. But did you not agree? And I'm going to say it again. Even when Max is getting fucking electrocuted there, he's doing his best Michael Keaton, man. It's Michael Keaton, man.
Yeah, but you got to think, he's been building up his immunity to getting electrocuted at home because he's got an electric chair at home.
That's right, yeah.
So he builds up because that's a true thing, that, you build up your electricity, electrocution, and then you're fine.
Really? Is that why you couldn't get the lights on there, mate? Because you've been practicing and that, you know what I mean? You used all the juice.
Practicing at home.
Oh, fair play, mate. Fair play.
Give me a hard on.
You got it, baby. No, fair play.
Right, so we'll get back to Shocker. We'll run through the rest of Shocker, and then we'll run through the rest of House 3. So Shocker, the doctor lady, she got electrocuted, and they got to take her to the hospital.
What's that all about? That was ridiculous. Go and check him out. He's obviously still alive. He's laughing. Yeah. Oh, go and check him out. See if he's dead. He's fucking laughing.
He's not dead. You're right. Oh, you're right.
But she goes in, touches him, gets electrocuted. Just give him another bloody shock or whatever.
Do you know what? Right? Do you know what? I've got a big problem, and I call this kind of thing what I call the lost theory, okay? And I'll tell you what it is, man, right? I don't think I've talked about this with you guys, but you're aware that there was a TV show called Lost, yeah?
Yes.
Well, one of the things that fucked me over about Lost was they all saw these weird shit and everything like that, blah, blah, blah. And it went on for like 7 seasons or whatever until it finally got resolved. And it was purgatory, like we all thought in fucking episode 1. But anyway, I'm not even going to go there and how much I was fucking robbed by that show. But anyway, if they'd all just sat the fuck down and talked to each other and said, hey, I saw this, and just talk to each other, communicate with each other, they would have sussed that shit out. But they don't. They see something and go, that's peculiar, and they keep it to themselves. And I'm like, that good. Don't keep it to your fucking selves. And, if I saw a fucking ghost, guys, right? If I saw a fucking ghost, they tapped me on the shoulder and said, I'm going to do this. You may die in 7 days or whatever. Do you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to pick up the fucking phone, Vass, and I'm going to go, Vassy, I saw a ghost. They said I'm going to die in 7 days. This is what the bitch looked like. Oh my God, what am I going to do? And then Vassy's going to go, that's pretty fucked up, Pete. Oh, we saw a fucking ghost. We're going to talk to each other about it. Nobody talks to each other in horror movies, man. And it just, anyway, listen, was that Raven there? I'm sorry. But yeah, nobody fucking, that's the Lost fucking theory. There'd be no fucking reason for season 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 of Lost or whatever it was if they just fucking talk to each other, man. You know what I mean? It's like that going, hey, I used to be crippled. Now I can walk. Weird, huh? Blah, blah, blah. This island's doing it. That's weird, blah, 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 blah. Talk to each other. If you used to be crippled and now you can walk, why wouldn't you tell anybody that? I'll keep that to myself, just in case people make judgment about it. Why? Tell people I'm on this island. I used to be a cripple. Now I can walk. You know what I mean?
I gave up on themselves. I think it was a bit where they started going on about lottery numbers.
Yeah.
It's all about lottery numbers at some point.
Yeah. And do you know, that's another thing. 3 members of the cast know about these crazy numbers, but guess what? They don't share it with anybody else, right? If you thought that these numbers meant something, surely you would tell everybody and say, keep an eye out for these numbers, mind you, because I think they mean something. No, they don't do that in Lost. Don't do that in Lost. They go, I'll keep that to myself.
Yeah.
What the fuck, man? Talk to each other. You ain't got shit to do. You're stranded on a fucking desert island. There's plenty of time to talk to each other.
I don't even know how it ended. How did it end? Did they all get home?
They died in a fucking plane crash, man. It was purgatory, man. They were dead all along, man. I mean, it literally was like everybody thought in episode 1 they're in purgatory, and the writers went, no, I know what you're thinking. It's purgatory. It's not that, right? And then they got to season 5 and went, we actually don't know where we're going with this. We need to finish it because viewers are dwindling. What do we do? Do you know what? It's purgatory, and that way we don't have to explain everything that we've put in there, because we keep, rather than answering questions, we just pose more questions.
So they're all dead?
Fuck Lost. They're all dead. From episode 1, they were all dead. They were all fucking dead. Sorry, by the way, spoilers. If anybody's, hasn't watched Lost, they're all fucking dead. Don't watch it. It's a fucking nightmare. 5 years of my life I won back. Fuck you, Lost. Fuck you. Anyway. But yeah, it's the Lost theory. Why don't people talk to each other? Like I say, in real life, we talk to each other. If I was like, I keep having these visions, right? I keep having these visions, Vass. It seems pretty important. It seems like impending doom is looming. I just thought, I think I better share it just in case I die. Okay, no problem. Vassy goes there. Owen!
Yeah.
Peter's losing his mind! Guess what? He's just told me this, blah, 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 blah. 3 days later, Peter's dead. Owen! Do you remember what I just told you? Maybe there's something in it. Not in Lost. They don't do that in Lost. It's just, oh, that's sad. And I'm like, it's not fucking sad if you just fucking talk to each other. Anyway.
I'll have to watch it again.
Don't watch it again, Vass. You know what I mean? Don't watch it again. Don't do it. Don't do it. Don't do it. It's a waste of time. Honestly, it's a waste of time. I remember I was so invested in Lost. I think I even bought the first season on Blu-ray, and then I bought the second season, and then after the second season, I thought they actually have no idea where this is going.
Like Shocker.
Totally. And they kept saying in all the interviews and all this, going, we know there's definitely an ending. There's definitely an ending, and it's not purgatory. That's what they kept saying. It's definitely not purgatory, and it was fucking purgatory.
Why couldn't they just got home at the end and happy ending?
Because then they couldn't explain the fucking the smoke, the big pandas, the sharks with bombs on the hut, and they couldn't explain anything. Any of the questions that they put on them, they were there going, how do we get out of this? How do we wrap this up?
Yeah, I guess so, yeah.
Really, we can't. Do you know what? It's purgatory. That's it. They were dead all along, blah, 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 blah. And what we'll do is we'll put a nice scene at the end where they all meet in a church and they all realise that they're dead. Yeah.
Oh, is that what happened at the end?
That's literally the last episode. They all meet in a church. And there's flash forwards, there's flash backwards, there's flash sideways, time travel, everything gets, they throw everything at Lost, time travel and everything. Ugh. It's a fucking mess. It's a fucking mess. And ultimately,
the box set,
every single viewer was absolutely...
Box set there, I can see it. You've got the box set. You've got the Lost box set. And a Lost poster. You've got the Lost poster on your wall.
Listen.
You've got
a Lost tattoo. I've got a Lost tattoo on my chest, man, saying, yeah, I've got the numbers tattooed across my chest. That's why I'm angry about it. Because I thought it meant something. I got it tattooed on my body, man, and it means dick. They were dead anyway. But yeah, literally, the entire viewership after episode 1 went, okay, that cripple's now walking. I think they're all dead. And, this is some kind of purgatory or heaven. And no, that's definitely not it. And that was it. Everybody got it on episode 1, essentially. And, we had Hollywood, everybody saying, no, honestly, it's not going to end like that. And it fucking ended like that, the fuckers. Fuck Lost. Fuck it. Anyway, sorry.
Drag us back to the
yeah, Shocker, Peter.
topic of the strange thing. I've never seen Lost. I have no idea what you're talking about.
Don't watch it. Watch the first episode and you've sussed it, mate.
I think I've got one of the seasons on box set as well. I've never while watching it. Let's have a look here. Michael Myers says the execution scene in Shocker was originally much longer, supposedly.
It was heavy.
Ooh.
That's like a pivot point in the movie. I don't know why they would shorten that.
I do like
Movie
the
made with very scanners.
scars on
Yeah.
on Horace Pinker's head. Like they're pretty cool. The very Freddy Krueger.
Yeah. How did he lose the helmet? It was there and then it was gone.
Yeah, it was there, then it was gone, wasn't it?
Yeah.
And then obviously he was hiding behind the door. Fucking hell, man!
Yeah, that's true. With it, how did nobody behind the glass see Horace Pinker going do 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 and hide behind the door? You know what I mean? It's like, how did he get behind the door? Did he vanish and then go behind the door? Surely he's gone like this, gone.
He was strapped in as well, wasn't he? He was strapped in.
Horace Pinker.
Exactly. So they must have just been sidelined by the doctor going, send him in there, going, don't send him in there, he's alive. And then Horace Pinker went, do 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 do.
I'm not going in there, he's laughing. All right. Jesus. Yeah, at the moment in time, House 3 is looking a lot better than Shocker.
Yeah, the execution scene, I have to say, fair play. I think the execution scene in House 3 is a better scene, for sure.
I agree, yeah. Right, so the doctor's going to get taken to the hospital, but all is not what it seems.
Great. What are you doing? Just feel like a little head, board.
Didn't we put that in yet?
Oh, yeah. Okay.
Love that girlfriend. She's awesome, even with the blood. But anyway, yeah. It's, do you know, I quite like this is where the movie changes. It becomes a possession movie for me. And you know, it's a female character. So West goes, what we're going to do with a female character? I'll get her to make a head joke. I'll get her to make a sexual reference because, you know, she's a female. It's a strange one, but she looks demonic. I like it. I like her eyes in this movie. She's flinging a tongue out, and I suppose it's Horace Pinker in a female body. Going, I mean, if it was me, if I was Horace Pinker, and I just woke up in a female body for the first time, they looked in the wing mirror, they just see me like that, going, woo! Woo! You'll be like, what's he doing there? I'll be like, do you know what? I'm just happy as Larry. Take me to the hospital. I'll be
much
fine.
more fun thing to do than killing people.
Yeah, exactly. I'm happy as Larry. Let me get checked out, and you know what? I'll go buy some shopping. Blah 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 blah.
He's a murderer. He wants to just murder people.
He does.
Not anything like that.
So at this point, Jonathan, he knows something's up. Something's not right.
Jonathan knows.
He sees the explosion from the trees. The trees.
So yeah, so he starts seeing the ghost of his girlfriend, and she comes up to give him some important plot information.
Yes.
You gotta stop him, Jonathan.
She looks kind of iconic there, man. She, you know, that's a good scene, man. That's a good scene. I like the way she looks. I like the way the blood's there. She still looks beautiful, but she looks, you know, dead and nasty and stuff. It's good. She looks great.
So is that the point where she explains about the necklace then? No?
About the necklace there.
No, I think just that later on.
So later on, now she goes,
necklace for whatever reason makes no sense at all. He's only just given it away.
It needed a plot device.
And it's not a very good one. I don't like it. It kind of spoils the movie for me. That they have this introduce a ghost into this movie that's already got possession and supernatural stuff, and then just whack a ghost in there as well.
Well, I was kind of pleased that the girlfriend turned back up. Me personally,
I know you were. You can see that you can't stop talking
I
about
kind of thought the girlfriend was one of the best things in it. You know, and I was pleased that she, and you know, she's still by her boyfriend and then she's like that going, you know, I want to protect you, he's coming for you, he's still not about blah. She confirms it. What does he do? I'm like, going, fuck me, you dove into fucking Horace Pinker's body 10 minutes ago.
Dives
You
in
know
there.
what I mean? You fell asleep.
He dives into a camera. I don't know how he does it.
Yeah, you got your mate to wake you up Nightmare on Elm Street Nightmare on Elm Street style 10 minutes ago, that because you believe that you could catch him in a fucking dream 10 minutes ago. But no,
you're right. That is the moment she gives him the necklace, because he's backing away, and he falls into the bed, and the bed turns into like a pool, which is very Nightmare on Elm Street. And then when he wakes up, he's got the necklace.
Yeah, she gives him a dream.
Yeah. So at the accident, the only person that survives is the copper, Pastori, and then the next morning, there's a knock at the door. Pastori.
Pastori?
So it's not actually Pastori; it's Pinker in Pastori's body. He's body jumping from people to people.
Yes.
He gets a big park, and then Pastori is like a big fat dude, and he's chasing so much he has heart problems, and he has to get out Pinker has to get out of Pastori's body because he's about to have a heart attack. Yeah.
Yeah.
Then he starts hopping from body to body. He goes past the jogger first, and he goes into the jogger, and then a little girl.
Little girl.
I think I've never seen here.
I do like the little kid. Like I have to say, I like the fact that she spits on him. Like spits on him. Like goes, "Come on, you fucking move!"
Did not hear it coming.
Right? Do you know? I also what? And again, the perfectionist in me noticed that. Do you know that clip that you showed where they're both lying on the ground and the lasers transfers over to the other person, right?
Yeah, the electricity. Yeah.
After the lasers, the electricity is transferred over the other person's still fucking assaulting the other person. I'm like, I go, well, surely that means there's no nasty person in the other person, but he's still giving it that. Yeah, dodgy special effects that like dodgy.
Yeah, so Jonathan chases after the girl because he realizes Pinker's in that girl's body.
And the mum
finally catches up with her.
Get out of her, Pinker! Get out of her, you bastard!
Yeah, the
necklace. And the power of the amulet forces Pinker out of the body.
I'm pleased about that. I'm pleased about that scene, man.
Isn't it? It's a weapon of choice for Jonathan.
I'm pleased about that scene because otherwise, you know, Jonathan looks like a pedo. So you know, maybe that scene existed without the necklace, and they went, "Ooh, Jonathan looks like a pedo. That's not a good look for our hero." And they went, "Okay, well, if he chucks the necklace at her, Horace comes out and does the mother or not, you know, blah blah blah. He no longer looks like a pedo because he kind of does. The mother's going, "Get off my band," and all that, you know."
She's a bit shit, isn't she?
Yeah.
I like the effects. The effects are cool. I've got to say.
I think so.
Coming out the body.
Well, I don't know where you watched this, guys, but I couldn't find a copy of Shocker anywhere, so I rented it. I rented it from Prime. I paid £3.50 to watch it. You what?
It's on YouTube.
Is it?
Is it?
Yeah.
Oh, I only had a copy.
If you don't have YouTube Premium, how many adverts are in that, man? 105.
Yeah, it's on YouTube. So is House 3. And House.
Shit. Well, I rented it.
Then if it's on YouTube.
Yeah.
So Pinker's got to come out with a little girl's body, and let's see what happens next.
Looks like a Power Ranger, doesn't
It does.
And the guy's got an axe and a pickaxe, and he grabs the necklace and yonks it into the river.
Into the river, yeah.
And he's like, aha.
Well, like Excalibur, like Excalibur. It's totally like Excalibur.
Yeah. It's absolutely ridiculous.
But good. It's a good long scene, that. What's peak on? I like that.
Right. House 3 is
5-6 minute scene, it feels like, where he's jumping from body to body. It's like a good set piece. I enjoy that bit.
House 3 is winning. I'm sorry, Wes Craven, but you off your nut.
Do you know what? It's weird. And again, I'll go back to what I said in the beginning. When I was a young'un, definitely House 3 was the better movie for me. 100%. I enjoyed it a hell of a lot more. And it was a movie that I watched loads and loads and loads. I think Shocker I'd maybe seen twice in my life. When going back, the bits that I have to say that I was probably critical about, when I was a wee bit younger, the body swapping bit, that bit in the park, I was actually having a really good time with it. I was just enjoying it. It was like popcorn. I was shoveling popcorn type of thing, metaphorically. I was enjoying it. It was a different viewing experience. These days. But when I was a kid, I have to say House 3 was the more serious article. And now when I watch House 3, anyway, we'll get to that when we're summarising. But
good idea, Peter.
Yeah.
So Jonathan goes to his coach and his mates, and he tells them the story. And Pinker's alive, and he's jumping from body to body, and then he says the only way I can get Pinker is if I need that necklace. So he says, coach and his mate Ted Raimi, go to my house.
Ted Raimi there.
He's not got a big role, is he?
He's the water boy. Ted Raimi's the water boy, or the
Batman, isn't
the physio or something.
Yeah.
Yeah, he doesn't do nothing. He doesn't say anything. Bit weird.
So he tells him to go to his apartment, get the diving gear, and meet him back at the river. And Jonathan's gonna go and fish out the necklace.
Okay.
They don't show up.
When I was watching Ted Raimi pop up, I thought to myself, okay, well, the fact that Ted Raimi's in this movie, you've got to hark back to the original Evil Dead, where there's a poster of The Hills Have Eyes in the basement, and then you've got to hark back to the Nightmare on Elm Street, where they're watching Evil Dead on the TV show, and it was back and forth with Wes Craven and stuff like that. But it was friendly. It wasn't. It wasn't nasty or anything like that. It was friendly acknowledgement of their work. So you've got to imagine that Sam Raimi and Wes Craven perhaps were in cahoots at some point. Hence Ted Raimi coming on board for a wee role in.
You might be right there.
That's
a good theory. It's a good theory.
Yeah.
Yeah. So Jonathan goes back to his apartment, and he finds the coach there, and the coach is all possessed. Is this the scene? Let's have a look here. 16.
Chaka.
If you like that, Jonathan, no, Mr. Nice Guy.
Elwood, do it. Do the normal Mr. Nice Guy. Go do it again. The impression, man, you did it before. It's awesome. It was spot on.
I've just noticed there because I've got my projector on, and there's a shocker little video next to yours, Vass, and it says, Wes Craven was out of his mind when he made this.
What?
Shocker. 101,000 viewers.
Blimey.
Wow.
Mental.
So his ghosty girlfriend shows up again, and they're trying to persuade coach to Will to will Pinker's body out, but he can't do it. So instead, he stabs himself, and then Pinker has to come out the body.
Who's that coach?
Coach.
Yeah.
I felt sorry for Coach, man. Coach seemed like a nice dude, man. You know what I mean? But to be fair, the writing was on the wall. I'll go to your house and get your shit by myself. And you were like, bye, Coach.
So Pinker's got nowhere else to go now, and he has like a little fight with the ghosty lady, a little battle, and he's got nowhere else to go. So he decides, I'm going to go into, because I'm all electric now. I'm going to go into the electric. So that's what.
Is that when he gets? The fingers.
Fingers, man.
I like that thing. That's a good thing.
He's got huge fingers. You know what I mean? I bet he's a sexual dynamo, that guy. Like, you know what I mean? I wish I could do that shit. Like, I wish I like. You're like, Anyway, but yeah, but he's a sexual dynamite.
The movie.
Yes, he's in all the electricity. His dad comes. He sees the dead body of Cooper, and Pac-Man's in there in the cupboard, and he thinks Jonathan's done it, so he's going to arrest Jonathan for his son for that murder. And then he sat down on the bed and he touches the lamp and he gets a shock. And then we find out Pink has gone into his dad's body, and then his dad starts chasing him everywhere, and they get chased up into like a broadcast studio, and there's a big aerial, and they go up there, and then the dad has a heart attack.
It's Ricochet, man. It's Ricochet. It felt like Ricochet.
He comes out the body, and he's got nowhere else to go, so he goes into the TV signal thing coming out.
He doesn't have a heart attack.
He does have a heart attack, doesn't he?
No, he pretends to have a heart attack. The trick.
He pretends. He tells them that, man. He pretends.
So why does he come out of the body then? Why does Pinker come out of his dad's body?
Because he believes him. He was like going, Pinker doesn't know how old I am. Pinker doesn't know that I don't have a heart attack. And I was like, he lied to his own subconscious. Smart. You know what I mean? Yeah, smart.
Look, if Pinker's inside his body, he's going to know if his heart's not working.
Well, that's what I thought. That's what I thought.
So Pinker goes into the broadcast TV signals.
Right, asshole. I'm nationwide now.
Anyone watching these clips is not going to want to watch this movie.
Of course you're going to watch the movie. They had lasers in there, man. Lasers. Just like the Disney movie, My Science Project. Do you remember that? All it had is a fucking...
I always want to watch that.
My Science Project's a great film, and all the basis of My Science Project, it had a plasma ball. Do you remember? You know them plasma balls that you can buy now for $29.99 from the gadget shop?
Yeah.
That was the movie. Everyone was like, "Whoa, it's from another dimension and stuff like that." Great movie. Yeah.
I'll just go for a
second. So we find out Pink is killing everybody through the TV now. People are sitting at home watching telly. Pink jumps out, kills them, and jumps back on the TV. And Jonathan's like, I've got another plan. So he comes up with another plan. The guy's got loads of just good ideas that happen to work. And let's see his next plan.
Okay, let me get this straight. You want me to go on the air live at 5 minutes to midnight, and if I do, you guarantee you'll deliver the guy responsible for the copycat killings last night.
That's right.
I like that. To be fair, it's straight out of Halloween 3 kind of things. You know, at the end of Halloween 3, the guy gets on the phone and he goes, I know what I'll do. I'll just get on the phone to every single television network. Well, to the TV guy. I'll get the TV guy on the phone and go,
All connected.
Stop it. stop it. And he goes, okay, channel 3, stop, channel 3. What do you mean? What do you mean? Yeah, honestly, there's a demonic cult that's going to kill kids, blah, 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 blah. Really? Okay, we should stop this. Right? Okay, yeah,
So
okay.
anything you say?
Yeah, you missed channel 2. Okay, we're doing it now. Okay, channel 1. Okay, blah, blah, blah. You got the TV guy, the guy that controls all TV. It's straight out of Halloween 3. He's like, he phones up a reporter and says, guess what? My family were killed by a murderer. You might not believe me here, but I dreamt of it. And guess what? When he was killed, I believe he channeled electricity, and he's now living in electricity, so therefore available to every single home. I'm going to channel hop through every single TV and therefore bring him here at exactly midnight. Okay. Do you believe me? And he's like, there might be something in this story. There might be something in this. I believe the kid believes it. Fuck off, man. Fuck off. No way he's getting there.
I believe him, yeah.
It's
So
not-
Dead of Night says, hi guys, agree with Pete on Lost. Purgatory from the beginning. Lots of Stephen King influence and book mentions throughout, right down to not
Exactly.
knowing how to end a good story. There you go.
Exactly. Thank you, dude. That's confirmation I'm not crazy.
So I don't actually know what the Jonathan's plan was, because what he does next is he goes to sleep, and I think his plan is to get his ghost girlfriend to get him the necklace. Is this
Love that
plan?
pearl. I'll give that girl a pearl necklace.
So he goes.
Sorry,
So he goes
use the
to
inside voice. Inside voice.
Well, you're free,
You just shock it out there.
Ooh.
Sorry.
While he's asleep, Pinker comes out the TV.
Jonathan, don't let him get you sleeping.
$5,000. Praise the Lord.
That was Ted Raimi.
That was
Again.
Yeah.
Some point. They made him a lovely prison suit, didn't they? Even though he was only in death row for one day, like half a day or whatever.
That's true.
Looked like, and it has
Yeah.
Pinker written on.
Pinker.
Halloween.
I like the fact that he's got this kind of like weird black and white warning sign across him, almost like he's radioactive and that. You know what I mean? Don't touch, you might be electrocuted across his fucking. I'm pretty sure that it's just orange uniforms rather than this. What's the white and black stuff apart from like a warning that you're gonna get shocked?
I don't know, but I'm going to get one for Halloween. Someone must be selling that.
Good shout. Good shout.
Aren't there? No one dresses up as bloody Pinker for fucking Halloween. Maybe we should.
Do you know what, Elwood?
No,
That's
I'll
what I
just-
love about you, man.
Okay.
It's May,
You
and you're planning Halloween already. I love it. Love it.
And Meat Cleaver Max. That's going to be Meat Cleaver Max. Yeah.
Mm.
Do you know what, right? I've got an idea. How about for Halloween this year, we make a pact right now that we're all going to be together in the same room, dressed up, and we do a stream together. Yeah? You up for that?
What, your house? You've got that crazy dog.
No, anyway, I fuck that dog. I hate that dog. No, I'm only joking. Do you want to see the dog quickly? Do you want to see how big she is, by the way? She's...
Fucking, you got a wolf.
Oh, mate, honestly, I'm going to go and get it now, right? It's terrifying. She's Cujo level. When I had it, the little puppy in my hand, I thought, oh, she's so cute. I'm going to show you something.
Google how big Alsatians grow.
Oh, I know.
You don't like dogs, don't you? Not Vass?
I hate dogs.
Yeah.
I hate all animals. They don't like me either.
Have you seen the size of Peter's dog?
I know it's getting bigger every time I see him.
It'll kill you.
Come here.
You have to get a muzzle for it, Pete.
Oh,
Looks like one of them dog soldier
Gee.
werewolves.
It's like twice the size as the last one.
she's massive, man. She's massive.
Jesus. Oh man, looks like a bear.
She's like a bear. She's bitey, but she loves me. She loves me. Right, okay. That's it. Nice to see you. Get back. I'll be back in a sec. Right, come on. Let's get you a treat. Treat.
He can't control it, honestly. He can't. It has his life. He's useless with it. I don't know why he got it. It was a bad idea.
Yeah.
He should have got
It's not going to get any bigger than that, is it?
It's an Alsatian. Yeah, possibly a bit bigger, yeah. He should have got one of those little ones that you can put in like a teacup or something.
Mate, every morning I wake up and I think to myself, I should have got a poodle.
Yeah.
In fact, I shouldn't have got a fucking dog. I shouldn't have got a fucking dog.
Yeah.
Yeah, I shouldn't have got a dog. But no.
But you were.
You know what? I was living alone. I was lonely, and I thought to myself, I need companionship. I'll get a puppy. And when I got the little German Shepherd, she literally fit in my hand. And I went, oh, that's so cute. This is brilliant. This is exactly what I wanted. And then she went, blah, 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 blah. And she just started growing and growing and growing. I don't know if I told you this, right? I'll tell you a quick story. She bit me in the ass last week, right? Like, yeah, she bit me in the ass. I was out walking and she bit me right in the ass, like, and that was just her having a laugh. And I was like, fucking nuts, man, fucking nuts. Yeah.
Yeah,
Anyway.
we won't come to yours. We'll come somewhere neutral without dogs.
Exactly. Well, I was thinking I'll come to you guys in the northeast, or I can rent a cottage and we'll all go to the cottage.
Well, you've got that's what you do, isn't it?
Yeah, I can rent a cottage, in Northumberland, and we'll, somewhere nice in the countryside and stuff.
Oh, Northumberland, yeah, cool.
Yeah, and we'll do that. You up for that for Halloween? Yeah?
Northumberland.
Right. Speaking of Halloween, I got you something, Pete. I don't know how it looks. Let me just open it.
What is this?
Open.
What's he doing?
No idea.
What's meat cleaver bastard?
Oh, hang on. Stay for 10 minutes. Don't know, should I put it on?
I look a bit worried.
I'm going to put it on, dude.
Do it.
How this look?
What the fuck? Is it a mask?
Oh, hang on. How do you stop the cam?
How do you stop the what?
Hello, hey, what are you doing?
Bass is gone. I don't know where he's gone.
No idea. I think Bass is having technical problems. I think he meant to put his cam on him fully, which he did for like a second, and I was like, okay, that works. I get this, but now he's cutting himself off. Oh, he's back. What? What the fuck? Holy shit, Bass, that's terrifying.
Where did you get the mask from?
Holy shit, Bass. Shitballs, that's terrifying. But it's brilliant. Bassy, I love that, man.
I thought of you when I saw it.
How much does that cost you? Bass. Oh. How much did that cost?
Didn't cost that much actually. So I got a good deal. I got a good deal.
It lasted as much. He's like, it was like $5.99.
I got one for myself. I'll got one for myself. I'll stick that on. Hang on.
£159.99.
£250, Selwood. That's how much it cost me. £250. That's what I would have said. Oh, it's a lot of money, Elwood. What was that? Oh.
Holy shit. You got a bundle. You got your Michael Myers mask. That's a good one.
Slightly anemic Michael Myers.
No,
I think it's from the
Michael.
2018 Michael Myers.
2018. So it's Rob
Yeah.
Zombie Michael Myers.
No, it's not. No.
Man. That's awesome.
Okay,
I love that.
It's got no. Michael Myers had brown hair. That's black.
Get it off.
He's been ripped off. How much that cost then? $5.99.
I got a good deal.
I think the ET is awesome, mate. To be fair, it's terrifying, but I've never seen ET be a horror mask before. But that is a proper horror mask. Like, when I saw you in that, I thought I am actually terrified of ET. I've never been scared of ET. Thanks for that, Bass. Thanks for that. I can never watch ET.
Where'd you get them from, Bass?
I got them from AliExpress, dude.
No way.
Yeah, I got this from AliExpress as well.
How long does it take? How long does it take to get here?
Like a week.
Does it? No. Do they have any other masks?
Yeah, I was gonna. That one I got for. Oh, I don't know what it is. That one I got that one as well at the same time. The
Nun.
Valak.
Is that Robbie Coltrane?
Nuns on the Run. The Valak mask.
That's Robbie Coltrane.
That's quite scary, to be fair. Yeah.
When he's sitting in the changing room watching all the young nuns get.
Do you know what? I used to love that movie, Nuns on the Run. Like, I fucking love that movie, Nuns on the Run. Oh, yeah. Eric Idle and fucking yeah.
I bought your glasses as well.
Oh, that's sweet. You got that from the same place?
Do.
No way.
Yeah.
And
I've got that there as well.
And you got the.
I like that door. That's cool as fuck.
You got the
super heavy. That's.
But does it?
Apparently, you can do the thing with it as well, but I don't know how to do it. I need to watch a YouTube.
Well, no one does. That's the whole point.
Don't do it, dude. Don't do it.
Yeah, maybe I shouldn't.
I wouldn't even fuck with it. I would just look at it and go, "Oh, that's nice."
How much
touch it.
That cost? Oh, you can't tell the prices. $2.99.
$2.99. I wish it was. I would have bought a few. Should we get back to the? We're taking ages here, like that.
Yeah. Okay. So I think we're halfway through both movies. I think.
Right. Yeah. So he decides that he's got this awesome plan to get Pinker, but he decides, no, I'm gonna go to sleep. Then he wakes up and then he goes, I'm gonna watch some TV. That's what I'm gonna do.
It's a good plan, man. It's a good plan. I often have that plan in life.
Down and watch some TV.
Go to sleep.
Yeah, I forgot about that scene.
Kiwi there. Was I off?
I wonder why it didn't turn into a franchise.
Yeah. You've got a point. I guess, like, yeah.
Rent a cabin in the woods for Halloween.
Oh,
I'm sure you got.
Is Jo Norton your girlfriend?
Yeah.
She is, isn't she? She is. Yes. Okay.
I'm sure you've got plenty of cabin in the woods in your.
I'm going to watch that one tonight.
I have. I've got loads of cabin in the woods.
There you go, Vass. That'll be perfect for Halloween.
Yeah.
Perfect. Right, we'll be back on here.
But it might all go wrong.
So Pinker's out in the open. Oh God. And he has a big fight with Jonathan. Let's have a look here. We at there on 20. Be on.
Is this when he kicks him in the face with his side foot? Do you remember that? Can't you remember he kicks Pinker in the face with his side foot? It's just like it looks like someone's actually just got the shoe on the fist and
I remember he kicks people in the face with his Nike Airs on, and I'm thinking to myself, if you get kicked in the face with a pair of Nike Airs, it didn't hurt, man. Because
it was hilarious. It was a really good scene. Proper kicks him in the face.
Turned out.
Come on, boy, let's take a ride in my Volkswagen.
Volkswagen.
Like when he gets electrocuted.
God, it just gets worse and worse as it goes on, doesn't it?
Yeah. So, but Jonathan's got his necklace now. He's got his necklace.
Yeah.
Yeah.
See him.
And why does Pinker hate the necklace?
Pete, why does Pinker hate the necklace?
Well, because I think
Give it with love. Love beats evil. I don't know.
It's absolutely to do with that. Yeah, I mean, if you look at his ex-girlfriend completely embodies love and everything. You look at Pinker and his son. You've got an inherently evil person that wants his son to be the next Jen, but his son turns on him and shoots his knee out. So he's pissed off at that. He's just angry and he's a horrible person. And you've got this ghosty of this girl who's just full of love, full of empathy, who's after you. So a literal symbol of that. Plus, remember, Pinker went to the afterlife. You know, forget about the electricity for a second. Pinker went to the afterlife. He had his devil dude that went, "You got it, baby." He went to the afterlife. She's also gone to the afterlife, and they're like that good. You know what? You're that fucking good. You're that fucking wholesome. You can fuck this guy up, and she's like that good. Yeah. So damn right he's scared of it. He's damn right he's scared of it because she represents absolutely the polar opposite of everything that he is, and she personifies it in their symbol of love. So that's why.
I don't buy it, but okay.
I don't think
it's a perfect plot device.
So Horace Pinker, Jonathan Parker is Jonathan Parker's dad.
Yes,
that's right.
Yeah.
Sorry, spoilers.
Oh, sorry. Yeah.
Pinker Parker. Right. I've got it. Yeah, I've got it now. It's okay. Right. And he shot him in the knee, so he's got the limb.
Yep.
Right. Okay. Continue. I'm
ready.
So Pinker jumped in the telly, and then Jonathan has he gets the necklace and says, "Alison, I've got a necklace here, so I can jump in the TV, make it so." And Alison's like, "Do it, man. Of course. It's obvious. That's what you do. If you have a necklace, and the baddie's gone to the TV, you just hold the necklace and you jump in the TV, and it'll work absolutely fine."
Yes.
So that's what.
Listen, if you're in me, give me power to do this.
I mean, I think that's a gamble. That was a gamble. He could have went head first in the TV and then just brained himself from that, but it works. Amazingly, it worked.
Now he believes the bitch. You know, it was only 2 seconds ago where she's in the river going, honestly, the key to your salvation. I mean, to be fair, there's a scene where he goes actually swimming in the lake because he believes that his fucking ex-girlfriend has given him the key to his salvation. So he goes swimming in the fucking lake in the middle of the fucking night by himself with no fucking scuba divers around whatsoever. And then the bitch turns up and he goes, "Ah, I'm scared. Stay away from me." I'm like, holy shit.
Yeah.
Isn't the reason why you're diving down to get the thing because you believe the bitch fucking, give you the fucking thing to, why are you scared of the bitch? Because she fucking chucked the fucking thing in there, you know what I mean? It makes no sense. It makes
It
no
was.
sense.
It was.
Surely you accepted the
Yeah. I found that. I think it was obviously they don't film things in order, and I think it was filmed all back to front because there is a little fact. Do you want a fact? I found a fact online.
I love facts. Go for it.
You know the little girl with the bulldozer?
Yeah.
Well, that was pretty much the first scene. And you know she had that really ridiculous limp.
Yeah.
Like dragging her leg along.
Mhm.
Well, they did that first, and because they've already did that scene, and that scene was over, every single actor after that had to copy the little girl's limp. Because when I watched the interview with Pelegi, when I watched the interview with him, he was like, I've got a beautiful limp in mind. I've got a brilliant limp in mind. And Wes Craven was like, no, sorry. You've got to copy this little girl's limp. They've already filmed that. So you got to copy it. And he was like, oh, fuck. And he was like, he was nice to the little girl saying, oh, she really tried. But the limp was really, it was exaggerated limp, wasn't it? It was, but she was only about 7. So, yeah, that's why, yeah, that was the crack. There you go. Fact.
Right, man. That's a good fact, man.
I did my research.
That's a good fact.
So now Jonathan and Pinker, they're going to do some channel surfing, and they're going to be jumping from channel to channel. It's a good scene. This I enjoy this scene. It's one of my favorite scenes in the movie.
Yeah.
Let's have a clip.
That guy!
Programming. That's the way it is.
Ridiculous.
It's ridiculous fun.
It's
and then
fun.
they jump out. Go on.
It's a fun scene. Originally, I remember when I was, when I originally watched this, it lost me there. I was like that going, wow, this is pish. But to be fair, in my last viewing, I watched it and I went, it kind of is where this movie's going. So enjoy it. So I got a little bit more out of it this time when I watched it. When I was a young'un when I watched it, I genuinely thought there was a pile of shit. I mean, this is where, when I was a young'un, that's where this movie lost me, where I was just like, shocker.
It's where it loses everyone. It's just just a crazy mash of just nonsense.
Yeah.
It's where everyone loses interest towards the end of the movie. Last 20 minutes of that movie is just fucking stupid.
Yeah. Well, I mean, like I said, to be fair, when I watched it last week, I got a lot more out of it than I ever did when I was a young'un. When I was a young'un, I completely
are like extra stupid, but these bits are like, I thought these bits were super fun. And then so they jump out the TV into somebody's house.
Yeah.
I've heard of audience participation shows, but this is ridiculous.
That's quick thinking that to grab the remote. He already had it in his hand. Well, I've got a remote. If I get a remote, I can change the channels. Don't know how he thought that one up.
Talking about the remote.
Yeah. I think
I've heard of audience participation, but this is ridiculous. And then he got the remote and he fucking starts pausing them and jumping up. Oh my god!
I think when I originally watched the movie, and I think it's still true to this day, is when I originally watched it, I thought this is MTV generation shit.
Yeah.
And when I watch it now, I still think it's MTV generation shit. But it's a little bit more enjoyable because it's got, like you say, VHS factor. It's got what's that word when people like VHS movies these days? What's it called?
Analog? Bass's mates from the other channel.
Oh yeah. No, yeah.
Forgotten horror stories. Something like that.
Exactly. No, it's got charm to it. Back then, I was like, "Oh no, this is MTV," and it went full on MTV. I remember when I originally watched it, I thought this is MTV pish. It's trying to appeal to a teenage MTV viewer, and I think that's where possibly maybe where my first ever little bit of cynicism for watching horror movies came from was watching Shocker and thinking to myself, this is made for a particular audience, and this, I'm wise to that. I know you're capable of proper scares, Wes. Why are you doing this? And it felt like a cash grab. It felt like pish. And I remember being very angered at this, or shortchanged, not angered, shortchanged by my original watches of Shocker. But to be fair, when I watched it last week, it was different because I just watched it and I left my mind and my opinions at the doorstep, and I just watched it, and I had a good time with it. It is very much.
I think that maybe it's like Wes. He should have had a bit of help, like someone there to say, "No, no, Wes, this is stupid." Like a producer or something like that. You know what I mean? Not have anything like that.
It felt like that Wes had the opposite. It felt like Wes had folk going, "Yes, Wes, yes, this is a great idea. Yes, yes, yeah, totally. This will appeal to this demographic. Blah blah blah." This movie feels like it's ticking demographic boxes, but ultimately it didn't tick those demographic boxes because it failed at the box office.
I think it was just following the fashion, wasn't it? The late 80s, early 90s. That's where we were getting, stuff like Jason Takes Manhattan and all those fashion movies where they weren't scary.
You can get that. You could be a horror maestro. You can be John Carpenter, and if your heart's not in the project, if your heart's not in the project and you pump it out, guess what? The public are going to see through it. It's as simple as that. So when you look at Ghosts of Mars, all these kind of movies that where directors can't be asked, but they're working, and it's all about keeping working, keeping the name going, and all that blah 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 blah. That's what happens.
I think this one works better than most of this type of movie, like the crazy kind of stuff. I mean, if you look at a movie like People Under the Stairs, that's got wacky shit in that one as well, especially in the second half where they're all dressed up in the black, and it just turns super comical. I mean, it turns into Home Alone, doesn't it? But it kind of works. It works.
I haven't seen that movie for ages. People understand.
Yes, but there you go. You've got a different studio though. You've got Universal Pictures behind that movie. You've got Universal Pictures. I think were behind The Serpent and the Rainbow and People in the Stairs. This picture, I remember in the UK it came out via Guild Home Video, which is never a good sign. Yeah. Although Terminator 2 came out under the name of Guild Home Video, right enough. But apart from that, they didn't really do much. It was like Cohen and Tate. It was like low budget. I mean, Terminator 2 coming out under Guild, you were like that. Go, what the fuck? But Shocker came out under Guild and stuff like that. But yeah, it's weird if you're dealing with like powerhouses, studios. Nightmare on Elm Street, it came out under 20th Century Fox, but I believe it was made independently, and 20th Century Fox bought it. After that, it was Guild or whatever the fuck was going on with Shocker and all that. It seemed like New Line essentially said, "Give me another Nightmare on Elm Street, please. Give me another franchise."
So Wes Craven fell out with New Line, did he?
He did. Well, he fell out with Bob Shea. He fell out with Bob Shea, who ran New Line at that point in time. And I think he references Bob Shea in New Nightmare. I think even Bob Shea appears in New Nightmare, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, absolutely.
New Line is
absolutely. I would say,
it's Wes Craven's daughter in New Nightmare.
I have no idea. Is Is she fit?
Bob Shear's in it, isn't it? Lynn Shear's in it.
Yeah. Right. Okay. I'm not in the toilet. I'll be back in a
I
second.
quite like New Nightmare.
Eh?
Better than the rest of them.
That's another one that goes bonkers at the end as well, doesn't it?
Yeah.
You know, when his face goes blue and he tries to eat the kid.
Stop these
That
bonkers
goes all
films.
mental at the end.
Just everything's just bonkers, isn't it? How far are we? Because I know we keep getting sidetracked, Bath. Halfway through, we haven't mentioned House 3 for a while.
I know, but almost at the end of Shocker, got like 3 more clips of Shocker. This is literally the end, isn't it?
And then
it's going to come out the TV, and then it's going to be the end of that movie. And you have to go through. Wow, it's been a long time. It's been a super long time. House 3, I'm sure we get through that a bit quicker.
The better movie.
I'm sure Shocker wasn't that much of a. I don't think it did well theatrically, but like it was all over. I don't know anyone who didn't rent Shocker when it came out, and
I owned it. I used to watch it all the time when I was a kid, but I watched it now and I'm like, oh god, it's pretty terrible. But then again, I don't like anything these days. I don't like anything.
I know you don't. I don't know. You're hard to please, man. You're proper hard to please.
You guys at that Fallout, didn't you? What a load of shite.
Fallout was awesome. Really, I can't wait for season 2. Can't wait for season 2.
You didn't like Immaculate as well, you know.
There won't be a season 2. Google a season 2.
The girl was amazing, man. It's so cool.
There won't be a season 2.
Of course there will. It's already been commissioned.
No, I
don't. It has.
Crap.
You didn't like Immaculate as well. It's weird because you recommended Immaculate and then you went, oh, I don't like Immaculate. And I was like,
I went to the cinema to see that.
Yeah.
Did you?
I was so excited. I went to see, I got popcorn, everything. Crap.
I really liked it. Do you know what? The last 5 minutes of Immaculate blew
I'd rather
me
watch
the fuck
Robbie
away.
Coltrane, Nuns on the Run. I'd rather watch that.
All right, let's polish off Shocker. Yeah, so he's in the TV with Pinker, but he's got a remote, so he's got a plan.
Yeah, he's got.
I think I've missed a clip out. All right, there's the clip of he got the thing, he changes the channels, and then he gets to the bedroom, and they jump out into the bedroom, and there they are where the reporters are.
Yeah.
I've got the same.
Exactly. We planned it. Exactly. It's like P. Diddy.
Pauses him on the bed like that.
It's like P. Diddy. It's like P. Diddy going, you just wait here. I'll get them in the bedroom. You record. It's P. Diddy. It is. He's P. Diddy. Right. Okay.
So, yeah, he's in the bedroom.
Special bulletin, huh? I'll give you a show.
He's menacing, isn't he?
He is a medicine.
Now, Pinker thinks he can kill Jonathan, but he's got that bloody remote.
Hey! What the fuck? You bought into TV, Pinker. Now you're bound by its rules.
Oh, what the fuck?
Now these are not the rules of TV. They are not the rules of the TV. You can't. There's no TV where you can press forward and rewind and make things inside the TV. You can make them forward and rewind. You can't make them the character jump and move and hit this and hit that.
No.
Apparently, in Shocker, those are the rules of the TV. Anyway, let's take a look.
My mother? Try to remember the pain. Cherries. It's good.
That's where it lost me right there. And that's where it lost me.
Just about stick with it up until that point. But the remote thing, there's no logic to that. whatsoever.
There's no logic
Yeah.
to anything.
It's not even the remote for that TV or for whatever. It was from that bitch's room that he went into. TV remotes don't work on every single TV in the world, do they?
No.
Do they? No, they don't.
Not that big chunky thing that he had.
Yeah.
What sort of remote that was?
That was definitely not
And
a 1299 universal remote
people
from
left and
Mazda.
right. How can you move people left and right and stuff? You can fast forward and rewind and pause and play, but he's like, jumping off walls.
And if you pause somebody, how can he still be talking? He's paused.
He's paused.
Come on. Exactly.
Tell you, House 3 is a better film.
Ludicrous. Absolutely ludicrous.
We're not on House 3 yet. Do you know what? Oh my God, we're not even on House 3. Oh my God.
Right, and it gets even worse because Jonathan somehow he's trapped inside the TV. He got the time wrong on his watch or something, and he's trapped inside the TV. He's got to get out the TV and leave Pinker inside the TV when the power goes out. And when the power goes out, it doesn't go out. It goes out step by step. Even though they put the power, but the power to that house is okay for now. And
get the power! No.
What I'm going to do is I'm going to get the necklace, stick it on the camera, and then I'll jump to the camera because that's obviously what you need to do.
Camera. That's that big.
Yeah, of course. I mean, what else would you do apart from put the necklace on top of there and that allow me to jump through the camera back into my room?
Guys, you're being far too cynical, right? Cynical. He puts the necklace on the camera. Do you know why? Because he believes.
Why?
Believes. That's it. He believes. The whole movie is hinged on he believes. That's it.
You're a fucking dickhead.
Therefore, as the viewer, you're expected also to believe in the pish that he's believing in.
I can understand if he was in a dream and there's dream logic because he can do anything in a dream, but he's not in a dream, is he?
And bearing in mind that the person that's been telling him believe he's been running away for the entire movie, going ghost, and now all of a sudden he's like, okay, if I just do this and I just do this, fuck. It gets a big fuck off from me. I get you. I'm with you, man. It's bullshit. It's bullshit, man. It's bullshit for a different reason. It's bullshit because all of a sudden he's like, that dead bitch that I used to fuck was actually telling me the truth. And I'm like, God, she was always telling you the truth, man. She was always nice to you. You know, when she showed up, didn't you just want to give her a cuddle? No. You went, even though you were fucking seeing Horace Pinker in your dreams all over the shop, and you were like going, oh, come on then. Wake me up, mate. Wake me up. I'm going to sleep. I'm going to dream battle him. I'm going to dream battle him and that. But as soon as your own girlfriend fucking shows up that loved you, that you missed, that you were so upset for at the death.
We got it.
Fuck that, man. Fuck that. Makes no sense, man. Makes no fucking sense. Personally, I was watching that movie and I was thinking to myself, do you know what? I would actually give that bitch a cuddle, commit to the afterlife, especially I'll find out if you could still have sex in the afterlife, and if you can, I'll just stay there. I'll drown with her. It'll be fine. Because it's better than battling Horace Pinker and stuff. I'll just have sex with this bitch for the rest of my life. You know, well, for like eternity. That seems like a better alternative.
I don't know if Peter's synopsis was very
maybe
very
that's good. Maybe that's more to do with.
You watch the climax?
Do it.
No, we both fell asleep.
There's a climax. Let's climax, man. Let's do it.
Right. That looked awful, the way Pinker just kind of pixelated and disappeared. That looked terrible.
The more times I say clips of this film, the more times I think it's god awful.
What was that when he goes
do
through
we
the
do
camera
ratings
and there's
on
all
here?
these like screens and things
Right.
up around him, all them screens showing things. What was that? Is that what's inside the camera?
Yeah, that's what's inside the analog.
What's inside this camera here? Lots of screens in there.
Yeah, that's what's. Whoa, what's going on?
Mate, right now, see my camera here? See my finger? Right?
Yeah.
I've got a necklace that's through there, and right enough, there's no love in it, but I'm pretty sure if I pin it on there, I can dive through here and just go like that. Just go like that.
Right,
Big, slap you in the pair of ears in the face, go bish, bish, like.
Go on.
Your face, bish, 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 bish. There you go, like that. Holy shit! Huh?
Stick your necklace on the iPhone and jump through the phone.
Okay, hold on, 2 seconds.
Don't do it. Don't do it.
No.
It might not work.
You don't want me to do that, man, because we terrify our 8 viewers.
Right, like
we terrify them. Terrify them.
very,
We don't
very
wanna do that.
No, not here.
No.
Fucking message.
Listen, can I just say something directly to our 8 viewers that we've got? Tell your friends, man. Fuck me. Tell your friends. We want at least 32 viewers. What the fuck?
Well, that's Dave. Message Dave.
Where the fuck's Dave?
Yeah,
Boosty? Has anybody seen Dave Boosty?
Yeah. Where's he at, man?
Where is he?
I'm worried.
Me too. I'm going to Facebook him because he's on my Facebook these days.
Go on, Facebook and Peter. Do it now.
So where are you, Dave?
He might have died.
Don't say that, man, because he probably has. No, he probably
Don't say that because he probably has.
Yeah, no, I mean,
Oh, okay.
if you
You feel
say
bad,
it,
you know, something's happened to him.
you say it comes true, man. Right. Oh,
Well,
do you know the first thing? Do you know the first? I loaded up my Facebook. I don't know what this says about my algorithm and that, but I loaded up my Facebook. This is the first thing that came in.
What's that?
What is that?
Sexy lady.
Sexy ladies with big cha-chas. Yeah. Anyway, okay. Dear Boosty. Dear Boosty.
While you do that, I'll play the final clip. Okay.
You do it. You do it.
He doused the fire with his remote control. I don't know how he did that. The TV's on fire, and the remote control turned the fire off. That's amazing.
Well, yeah.
Right. What was that? What? Okay. I missed something. But I've sent Dave a message that just purely says, dude, where are you? Where are you?
Okay, hopefully he'll get back in touch.
Yes.
So
Right.
is that the
Right, let's get back to a
Is
movie.
that the end of Sugar?
Are we going to
We're
go
back
house
on
3
House
on
3.
now? Or is that the end of Shocker?
Okay, I'm gonna house
That
three.
was the
Okay.
end of Shocker. That was the
Right.
end of
Done
Shocker.
Shocker.
So, do we summarize now on Shocker, or do we do that after House 3?
We'll do it right at the end. Let's do it right at the end.
Okay.
Okay.
So the
It had
last
a
we
really
saw,
good end song though, didn't it, Shocker? I think it was, I don't know, Megadeth or something like that, wasn't it? Something.
is it?
Yeah, I think Megadeth, and I think it had about 4 songs in it. It was like Alice Cooper and Megadeth or something. They were all like proper like good songs. I think.
I don't like rock music
Why?
because it's rubbish.
Wait there, hold on. Not even Toto, Africa.
That's not rock music.
That's not wrong.
It is, of course it is. Of course it is. Africa
How
by
was that?
Toto.
It's,
Huh?
How is
the
that?
same kind of rock, same genre as Megadeth, is it?
It's a rock anthem. It's a rock anthem.
Sometimes I
Yeah,
listen to
that's-
Slipknot, sometimes I listen to
Can't
Toto.
take me to take me away from you. Can't take me 100 million more.
We're getting copyrighted, dude. Stop singing. Stop singing. We're getting copyrighted.
Okay.
You're right.
Africa, you don't like Africa? Do you know what? I went to see Toto live in Glasgow. Live, I saw them. Anyway, I'm not going to
What
tell you
those
about
Scottish
the
people trying to sing that? I wonder what that sounded like.
Well, it was weird, man. It was weird because we had a really good night, and obviously, I mean, to be fair, they came up with a couple of tunes going dun 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 dun. Joanna, Joanna, and you're like, did Toto sing this? There's a couple of moments where you're like, did Toto do that? But you're waiting for Africa. You're waiting for it. And at the end of the night, they literally turn around and went, we're going to do that song that you've been waiting for. And they went, do, 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 do. And they sang this song, and right in the middle of the fucking song, they did this 12-minute drum solo. 12 minutes. 12 minutes. So this guy going, and after a minute, you're thinking, yeah, it's going to kick in.
Yeah.
10 minutes later, you're like that going, I wish he'd fuck off. And then after 12 minutes, he goes, we're going to get from you. And you're like, finally. So Africa took like fucking 20 minutes. They played, the song lasted 20 minutes, but there was a 12-minute drum solo in that shit. What the fuck is that? Anyway, The Undead of Night. Megadeth covered Alice Cooper's No More Mr. Nice Guy for the...
No More Mr. Yes, they did. On that movie. Yeah, it was Megadeth. Yeah, you're right. Who said that?
Undead of Night.
Yeah.
Well, Undead of Night knows the crack.
Do you know what?
Right, come on.
Michael Myers. Was that not Michael Myers? Oh my god. No, I'm saying I love Michael Myers, but I'm saying that was another comment from a different person. A different person. All we've had was Michael Myers tonight.
Oh, that's good. It was Megadeth. Yeah, I think I read that. Oh, listen to it or something.
And was it Megadeth for In the Mouth of Madness? It was, wasn't it? Is that right? Megadeth for In the Mouth of Madness?
In the mouth, talking about In the Mouth of Madness. You're in the mouth of madness, little bitch. All you fucking talking about is Mouth of Madness.
I think it was Megadeth for In the Mouth of Madness. Maybe our guys can correct me.
Well, maybe he might know. What was his name?
Undead of Night.
Undead of Night.
Can we?
Have you any more comments there, Baz?
No, I want to move on. We've took almost 2 hours, and we still got to do House 3.
Yeah.
Electric Boogaloo.
Okay. Let's do House 3.
Okay.
I'm quite drunk.
The last thing we saw was the execution scene. Yeah.
Yeah.
And then afterwards, there's this scientist dude who wants to go see Beat Cleaver Max Jenke's body, and this is the scene because he thinks something's up with Max Jenke.
Well.
It's almost the same as You Got It, Babe.
Yeah, the scientist guy knows about the electricity and he knows the crack. He was aware. He knew.
I don't understand how the scientist guy knows that,
he's been studying it.
Studying about the electricity of evil. The electricity of evil, of course.
Okay.
So in good Nightmare on Elm Street fashion, Max Jenke comes out of his body and decides to live inside the furnace.
Yeah.
Have a look.
He does.
I don't know why he picked the furnace.
I like the fact rather than...
Is the furnace
I was going to say, I like the fact rather than going in Wes Craven style where there's an orange light coming out of the burner, there's a brilliant white or blue light coming out of it. It's almost kind of like James Cameron. It's almost kind of like aliens coming out of there. Yeah, anyway.
Yeah, so he decided to haunt the furnace in the house. In the House 3, he decided to haunt the furnace.
Yeah.
Why?
Just because
Because he could go anywhere he wanted to. He could go anywhere, but he went to the furnace.
Well, listen, you know, I would if it was me, I would have haunted the female changing rooms from the local gym.
No, Diddy Pfeiffer was there, Peter. You knew Diddy Pfeiffer was there.
Is that the daughter?
Yes, it is the daughter.
Right. Okay.
How pretty.
She is pretty. She's pretty in this movie.
And she's not 17 in the movie. She's 25. I checked.
Right. Okay. So it's okay to feel a certain way about her. Okay.
Even the son, the son's like a little tiny fella.
Yes. Oh yeah. Do you know what? I don't like him. I don't like the son in this movie. He's a prick.
He's 19. He's 19 in real life.
He's 19. I tell you what, man. Right? Do you know what? Right?
He's got a kidney problem that stunted his growth. I researched.
Really?
Yeah, he's got a kidney problem that stunts his growth. So that's
well,
why
listen, you know,
really
stop from being so critical, but I always thought he had a twat problem.
Yeah, got that as well.
Yeah. He's a really unlikable character, is that kid?
Oh yeah.
He's like that going, no, yeah.
He's 25.
He does everything the cool kid on what's that movie called? The good movie. What the fuck's that movie called? Oh man, oh my god, I'm gonna go on. I'm gonna get it. 2 seconds.
No.
It has the Aerosmith Free Emotion. Oh, it's got Ben Affleck his first role, where he's got a cricket bat. Ben Affleck and the cricket bat teaching fucking. Oh, what the fuck is it called? Dazed and Confused. Right? He is literally dazed and confused, right? So in Dazed and Confused, there is a kid that has that orders stuff from the internet, genuinely beer, and when it turns up at his parents' house, he's like, I don't know what that means, blah blah. He has this cover story, and it's very genuine, it's very funny, blah 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 blah. This literally takes the same story beat, puts it in this movie, and it's exactly the opposite. It's not believable, it's not endearing, and blah blah blah.
That is crap, isn't it?
It's a massive rip-off from Dazed and Confused.
He complains to companies and gets free fucking chili and that, doesn't he?
Yeah. I wasn't buying that. And do you know what? Listen.
Wasn't Dazed and Confused came out years after this movie, didn't it? Does that mean Dazed and Confused copied off?
No, Dazed and Confused was well before.
Yeah, Dazed and Confused was what?
It's 1993, Dazed and Confused.
Early
1993.
Was it?
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
Really? Well, okay, I'm going to check that out, man. I'm going to check that out, too.
You don't need to check it out, I'm telling you right now. It's 1993.
Is it?
On DVD.
Okay, I'll take that back. So maybe Dazed and Confused got the story beats from House 3 then. But I can't see it. Anyway, but I wasn't buying into it. I didn't like the kid whatsoever. Do you know what the kid reminded me of?
Hey, he's got kidney problems. Leave him alone.
Yeah, do you know? I know the kid reminded me of a certain lad that we used to hang out with when we were young.
Aki.
I'm not gonna say it.
As soon as you said something,
he's completely different. All I'm saying is he is completely different these days. He's a good lad. But back in the day, he was a nightmare.
He had one of those short T-shirts on.
Yeah. He had like a different sense of fashion. He had a different. Oh, what about this? What about this? He'd be like, you're going, ooh, is my reality different? Ooh, I'm wrong. You weren't wrong. He was. Yeah. Oh shit. And this is all like live and stuff like that. No, actually, I'm not.
Let's move on then. Come on, let's keep going.
What happened? What happened next?
Undead of Night, Metallica Enter Sandman ripoff. I don't know if he's talking about Mouth of Madness there. Metallica Enter Sandman ripoff. Maybe he's talking about Mouth of Madness. I'm not sure. Yeah. Anyway, so Lucas, the scientist dude goes to Lucas and tries to warn him that Jenky's not dead.
It's Jenky. He's coming back. He's coming back.
I need this like a fucking hole in the head. No. The guy is dead. He was fried.
Well, fried. That's just the point. You see, he's coming back for you. You're his
what
link.
Are you,
his
some
focus.
kind
The guy was dead. He was fried.
That's one of the scenes where fucking Lance Henriksen is literally phoning in. They were lucky to get his. It seems like he's like pissed and going, just get the inside of my head, dude.
I'm gonna get a poster of Lance and put it on my wall. I think he's brilliant
with his muscles.
That scientist dude is the equivalent character of the girlfriend in Soccer. They have the exact same, like the function is exactly the same, explaining everything what's happening and giving him the means to kill the villain. It's the scientist dude doing it in that one, and it's the girlfriend doing it in Shocker, but the function's exactly the same. That sort of like the MacGuffin is like it's them two are doing it, which is fucking lazy. No swore, I mean swear.
Peter's been swearing. Don't worry about it.
Yeah. Okay. Cool. Right. Let's move on to the next clip. I just want to show Jenky's laugh because he's got a cool laugh in the thing. I don't know, is that goofy or is it good?
It's so annoying.
Yeah.
First thing about the film.
you just did.
I think he pulls it off pretty well.
He does, but it's straight out of Michael Keaton's workshop, right? Michael Keaton, man, I'm telling you, he's fucking Michael Keaton.
No, I hated that laugh. That was the worst thing. That brought it down. At least one Internet Movie Database score. So if it was already like a 3.8, it would definitely be like, because of the laugh, a 3.7. What is it on Internet Movie Database? Probably just 2, because it is shit.
No idea.
Google it, Peter.
So anyway, the daughter's got a boyfriend, and she was meeting up with him in the cellar, and then he gets a call saying to meet him in the cellar again, but it's not the daughter. It's Max Jenky luring him to his demise. So let's watch that clip.
I love you.
Benny, do it for me.
Oh, God! Oh!
And he gets chopped.
He got chopped in the arm.
5.1.
It's got a what? 1.1.
5.1.
That's not bad. Not bad.
Yeah, not bad.
That's a bit.
I think that's probably down to the gore, to be fair. I mean, this movie's gory, like, you know, and it's got Lance Henriksen going from can't be asked to. I'm pretty sure. Listen, I am willing to bet my left testicle Lance Henriksen had some cocaine at some point in filming this movie. Yeah, you know, it goes from that last clip that you showed there, Vass, where he's talking to the dude outside, he's like, listen, fuck off and all. The camera doesn't even want to show Lance Henriksen's face. You've got the star of the movie, you don't even want to show his face because he's phoning it in. And then you've got other scenes in the movie where he's literally going, he's doing Jack Nicholson, he's going nuts, and cocaine.
I think when we go away to the cottage in the woods that you're going to sort out, Peter, I think we should get Lance Henriksen t-shirts.
I agree. As long as they all represent his perfect physique that he had for this movie, because he's ripped, man. He's ripped, man.
His top off, just his face.
Oh, listen, do you know Arnold Schwarzenegger for Terminator 2? Do you know what? Guess what? He was Mr. Universe. You know, He was just doing what he was doing. Lance Henriksen for House 3 actually had to get pumped. He went, oh, well, okay, there's a regime, blah, 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 blah. And he did it. The Undead of Night.
Peter, did you, as Bushi got back to you, you said you emailed, you said you messaged him?
Yeah. So, no. No. Where is Dave Bushi?
We've lost one.
Let's put an appeal out right now. Has anybody seen or heard from Dave Bushi?
We've lost one. They're dropping like flies.
I know Dave Bushi would be here.
Yeah.
Bath.
Yeah.
Bath? Oh, right, okay. I was
looking for something.
I thought I had frozen because you were so still. You all right?
Yeah, man. Good.
You do,
yeah. I'm waiting to get back on the movie. I want to get it finished before midnight, if you could. Under the Night says both of these movies seem like comedies when watching the clips. Yeah, the memorable bits are they're fun and enjoyable.
No, Shocker is on Internet Movie Database as a comedy. It's not down
really?
as horror. Yeah,
is it
down as a comedy? Yeah.
Wow.
Well, to be fair, it is more tongue-in-cheek than it is horror right enough. Although the main guy is kick-ass. I mean, he's scary. Like, he's more scary than... Well, is he more scary than Max? I don't know. He's not, to be fair. I think I fancy my chances more with Horace Pinker.
Yeah.
I reckon I can knock him out.
More entertaining Max Jenky than Pinker.
Oh, no.
Max Jenky, he's not in the movie that much. Horace Pinker, especially in the second half, he's and like in the climax, he's in there a lot. But Max Jenky just kill someone and nobody else is seeing it, and then he comes back, or he'll just pop up, like messing with that's the next clip. So Max Jenky, before he dies, he says, "Lucas, I'm going to fuck you up." So that's what he does. He plays tricks on him and messes with his mind and makes him feel like he's going crazy, and his family thinks he's going crazy. So they're having a turkey dinner, and then Max Jenky starts messing with his head.
Don't look now, Cub, but your family's dead.
And that's why House 3 is better than Shocker, because practical effects are loads better.
Mm-hmm.
Practical effects are better.
All the way through the film.
And then he sits down with his family. Go on.
Where's Heather Langenkamp in it?
In Shocker?
Supposed to be a victim.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't think they saw her face. I think she went in for a day and then she played a very, very small role, but I don't think they showed her face. I've watched a few times. I've never seen her face.
I've never seen her, no.
No.
Obviously, her and we're supposed to be like mates, I guess.
Yeah.
Nancy, watch this.
Get it, baby.
Sorry.
Right.
Yeah, I didn't see Heather at all in this movie. Which
so
was
Lance is, you're talking about Shocker, aren't you?
Yeah.
Shocker, she's supposed to be in, not House 3.
Oh, we're talking about House 3 now?
We're going through House 3 right now, dude.
Oh, right, okay. Yeah. Okay, go for it.
So Lucas is with his family watching telly, and they're watching a comedy show on the TV, and Jenky appears again.
Funny thing happened to me on the way to the studio today. I saw a lady and a baby hit by a truck. Well, I was laughing so hard I had to walk into a bar.
Well, first off, that's exactly what I do when I ever, when you get those memories on Facebook that pop up and say 1 year ago what you were doing. Now and then it pops up and I see my ex lass and stuff like that, and that's what I do. Shoot the screen and fuck you. But second off, how is that not Michael Keaton? Tell me. how that is not Michael Keaton School of Acting Medicine.
It was funny. I quite like that bit.
It's great, but it's Michael Keaton School of Acting Medicine. I'm telling you, he has literally. It's literally.
Ellie was a bit over the top, wasn't it? He got his gun out because obviously American, so he's got a loaded gun.
Yeah,
when
he's a
on the
copper, man. He's a copper.
Yeah,
yeah, and so he's like, and his wife's like, "Oh, kids." She's not like, "Hey, don't shoot the telly." They're like, she's like, "Oh, kids, watch out! Dad's gonna shoot the telly."
But
again.
I think the next scene is where he ends up in a shrink's office and he's going, God, what am I doing? You know, I'm going to kill him. Help me, man. And he goes, maybe you're just a little bit fucked. And he goes,
That's
and that's the end of that scene. It's just not developed at all. It's like, God, what am I going to do with it? You know, nothing developed from that scene whatsoever. He goes, yeah.
And Cleaver Max is on the telly, right?
Yeah.
He does tell a very funny joke. I wrote it down.
Do it.
It was really.
I purposely didn't know the joke, man.
Purposely didn't do a stand-up act on the telly.
Yeah.
Wait a minute. Where? Yeah. He said, here we go. He said, you know, my wife likes to talk after sex. Last week, she called me from Las Vegas. He said that.
Oh, that's good. That is good. I like to.
And I thought that's fucking funny as fuck. Because Vass, he's not in Las Vegas.
I got it.
She's cheating.
On Dead of Night says, I don't know Dave Buscemi, but looking for him could be the beginning of a found footage movie.
Yes.
Could be.
He might send you a tape. If you're watching this, I'm already dead.
Do you know what? Can we just put it out this way? That way. Dave Buscemi, I hope you're well. Yeah. And if you're watching us, come back. Because we do love you. I know we take the piss sometimes, but we do love you. Come back. I hope you're all right.
Yeah. You've got to be nice to people. Can't any more people die these days?
No, absolutely. I mean, I've seen some of Dave's posts, and Dave's been through a few tragedies you can see in his lifetime and stuff like that. And but he's also been through like beautiful things. He's met The Rock. He's met all these film stars and blah 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 blah. He's had a really good time.
Met The Rock.
He's met The Rock, man. I've seen it. Him, Dave and the Buscemi and The Rock, man. I've seen all these cool photographs, and you know, the guy literally has had a ball. But as we all know, sometimes you can insulate yourself. You know, you can feel a little bit lonely and stuff like that. So, Dave, if you are feeling lonely, guess what? Vass, Elwood, and Peter, we want you here. We miss you. We want to know A, how old you are today, B, what movies you've seen, and C, was it free? Did you have a projectionist friend? We miss you. Yes. Come back, Dave.
We need to know, man.
We need to know.
Well, you've messaged him, so hopefully he might get back in touch. So
fingers crossed.
I wonder if House 3 had a theatrical release. Do you think so?
I wouldn't have thought so.
No, it did. It did because it was cut.
I couldn't even see a late night at the Devil at a fucking theatre. I went everywhere. I couldn't see it any. There was just nothing. Nobody was showing it.
Do you know what I saw, man? You know, I watch TikTok these days, and I saw. Do you remember Michael Barrymore?
Yeah.
From Strike It Lucky and that. Yeah. The guy from the swimming pool, right?
The Barrymore film.
Yeah, exactly. So he decided. He goes. I love horror movies. I'm going to watch Late Night for the Devil. And I was like, oh, let's see what Michael Barrymore feels about Late Night for the Devil. He came out and he went, not even scary, absolute waste of time. What a fucking pathetic waste. And he was like completely slagging off. And I was like, do you know what? If Michael Barrymore hates it, I might like it. So that was the so that was the deal. But
listen, I was disappointed with Late Night with the Devil. I was disappointed. I had it. I was so excited. I had it up here, and then I watched it, and it just. He was great. The leading guy was.
He was great when he was.
But the rest of it and the way it ended, and I was like, ah.
I didn't quite understand the ending.
Well, yeah, I did, you know, and again, I've watched it twice because the first time I was like, oh, what was the end about? Because it was jarring because you're in this 70s vibe, and then you're in this backstage, making off vibe, which totally works, and then all of a sudden you're in this boom. And it's what that's beamed out to the viewers at that point. You know what I mean? That you get that, yeah. At the end, where you're seeing all the nastiness, that's what's being beamed out to the viewers. They're like that going, "This is what's going." So when he's looking after his dead girlfriend, his dead girlfriend's going, "You fucking traded me in." Everyone can see that. Everyone can see that, and that's what he's terrified of. That's what he's always been terrified about. He traded his soul with the devil.
Yeah, he's brilliant in it.
Did you get that? Did you get that from that, or did you not get it from that?
He's really good in it.
He's brilliant. He's brilliant. He's brilliant.
But I wanted so much more. I wanted it to be more like Ghostwatch.
Did you want Michael Parkinson at the end of it going? Beelzebub. I mean, do you remember the end of Ghostwatch where Michael Parkinson goes,
yeah. They should not
still terrified. I still watch it. I showed Ghostwatch to my kids, and I went, bear in mind, this was played live, like it was a live show
on Halloween.
At the end of it, my kids are like that, going, holy fuck. That's scary. And I went, I know, right? I know. I know, it is scary. It is scary.
What they should have done is just to the Ghostwatch theatrical should have just released that in the theatres rather than.
Do you know, someone needs to do a proper movie about Ghostwatch. You get these movies about like Nike shoes these days. You've got like, let's make a movie about who made Nike Jordans? Happy Days. Let's get Ben Affleck. Let's get fucking Matt Damon. Let's make these. Let's make a. No, forget it. How about make a fucking kick-ass movie about how Ghostwatch came about? How we filled the nation. Did you know?
Cover of the fucking newspapers.
Did you know that a teenager killed himself over Ghostwatch? Did you know that? A teenager killed himself over Ghostwatch, right? When it came out, he watched it and he thought it was fucking real. To be fair, when I watched it, I thought that motherfucking thing was real as well, man.
Why would you kill yourself though? That doesn't make any sense.
No, I'll tell you. Well, I don't know if you remember, Vass, because you were there. We were in a
Halloween party.
House party, exactly. You were there. We were at a house party.
And we all
watched it. We were drunk as fuck. We were all drunk as fuck. We watched it going, and then we're all like going, there's a fucking girl behind the fucking curtain, man. There's a fucking girl. We're all shitting ourselves and going,
Holland.
We all thought we were watching something terrifying playing out.
Peter,
we were drunk. We were drunk.
You know Richard Holland? Do you remember Richard Holland?
Yeah.
The little fella. He put it on the telly. He put the telly on. We were just having parties. We were listening to music. And he put it on, and it was playing, and then all of a sudden, like someone else watched it, and then someone else sat down and watched it, and then at the end of the night, we were just all watching it. We're like,
transfixed.
Fuck me, this is fucking mental.
It was real, exactly
And
like
that-
that. Well,
how I remember
this kid who watched this was absolutely convinced that he watched ghosts, genuine ghosts. And he went in with that was life for about a month or so, trying to talk to people, blah 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 blah, and then he killed himself. And his parents literally wrote to the BBC and said, "We believe that our child has killed himself as a direct response to your program," and they won the case.
Yeah, definitely got banned, didn't it?
They won the case.
Yeah,
so Ghostwatch was banned for quite a long time because of the direct death of this teenager that obviously had problems. That obviously had problems. You know what I mean? You know what I mean? I feel for the teenager.
I was right.
He was lost. If you're looking at a BBC fucking spookathon as the answer to your life or death, you've got problems.
Yeah. I was just doing a podcast the other day, right, about Warlock.
Yeah.
Remember the Warlock movie with Julian
Sands?
Yeah. And some kid killed in America, killed an 8-year-old child to boil his fat. Because obviously when you boil a child's fat. Yeah, you can fly. And that happened in America. Yeah, that really happened. Yeah. He killed a kid, 8-year-old kid.
People are idiots.
Because if you remember in the movie, when Julian Sands was at the park and the swing, he was like, you haven't been christened.
That's literally, that's new Nickliff. I mean, right there, you haven't been christened. Literally, that's new Nickliff. It's like, new Nickliff. Thank you.
That movie was brilliant. The lore of that movie was brilliant. The nails in the footprints. Remember the nails in the footprints?
Yeah.
Oh!
and poor Julian Sands, he went up on a mountain.
Yeah.
He was never seen again. Huh? His bones were found recently, so he was confirmed dead.
Who was?
Julian Sands. He's
Julian
dead.
Sands dead.
He is dead.
Yeah.
He went missing for about a year. He went up on a mountain exploring because he's an explorer, and he went missing. He never contacted anybody. He couldn't get down or whatever. And then a year later, they found his bones. So they confirmed his death.
Julian Sands is dead.
He's dead, man. He's dead. Well, you know, Elwood, I want to soften the blow. He is definitely the Warlock, and right now, he's probably looking right over Richard E. Grant and going, "I'm going to fuck you over," you know. So don't you worry, don't you worry. Do
you remember Catherine Tenick from school?
I remember. Do you know what? Let's talk about it. I remember Catherine Tenick, right?
She met Julian Sands.
Really?
Worked at.
I'm just gonna grab a drink. Guys, talk about.
Oh yeah.
But do you remember Catherine Tenick at school? She fucking met Julian Sands, man.
We had a class reunion. I think it was a class reunion about maybe 2 years ago. We were in a pub in New Nickliff where it was like 30 years class reunion or whatever. Catherine Tenick was there. I got the distinct feeling, I got the distinct suspicion that she definitely had sex with Jamesy. Definitely. Like recently. They were like, oh man, yeah, I mean, yeah. It was like filth.
We're live on the internet. Yeah.
Oh, I mean, that never happened.
Yeah. I don't think things like that would happen.
No, definitely not. I'm sorry. No. Yeah, I mean, it would be nice if we had a class reunion. That's never happened.
Yeah, no, yeah, that would be a good idea. Yeah, I love to think about that.
Shit.
Yeah. Seen any good films lately?
Oh, well, we talked about him. Only. Oh. Okay. Have I seen any good movies? What about you? Have you seen a good movie?
Yes. No,
What have you
I haven't
seen?
seen a good movie in fucking years. All the movies are shit. Including Fallout. Shit.
No.
What else? Fucking Baby Reindeer. Fucking pervert, fucking weirdo. I was on her side.
I didn't like Baby Reindeer.
It was like, oh, I fancy a date. Did he go to Tinder? No. Did he go to Grindr? No. He went to fucking tranny's got no fanny.com. I was like, fuck you, you fucking weirdo.
No, listen, I think my problem with Baby Reindeer was this guy.
He's a weird.
He addresses it, I guess, a little, but my problem was.
Guys, we've been on for 3.5 hours.
Oh, sorry.
And I think you're losing interest with House 3, but we should get it finished.
Yeah,
okay.
good
idea. House it.
Is that all right?
Yep.
Just
yeah,
do it.
no, definitely need to get it finished. What are you drinking?
Yazoo.
What's that?
And to be honest, I have no idea what you guys are talking about. No clue whatsoever.
Baby Reindeer.
Baby Reindeer.
The #1 show on Netflix.
It is. Yeah. The #1 show in the world, man. In the world.
I've never heard of it.
Yeah. It's got nuts.
This weirdo who likes trannies and wants to like tell everyone about it.
Awesome.
Yeah, it's not. It's garbage. Everyone feels sorry for him, apart from me.
Let's drag things back.
apart from me and Peter. Right.
Do you remember where we were?
Go to the toilet. I'll be back in a second.
I've got a list, boss. I know exactly where we are. Are we on House 3?
Yes, on House 3. I think where we got up to was, like Pete said, he went to the psychiatrist and said, things are going crazy here. I feel like I'm going mad. And he decides he wants to go to Jenky's apartment to find out, get some clues or whatever. And the scientist dude is there, and he's there to give him some plot points of exactly what's going on with Jenky and how to kill Jenky.
Yeah.
I know Pete's not here, but let's just play the clip.
When I was at Columbia, I was working on a theory of pure evil as a form of electromagnetic energy, an electricity of evil. That's why I got interested in Jenky. He was.
Yeah, he's an expert, isn't he?
He is, yeah.
You've got to have these experts.
Yeah,
but
and I was going to tell him. Go on. Sorry?
We still haven't mentioned Diddy Pfeiffer.
No. I don't think I've got any clips in, except her pregnant.
Have you not got the shower scene?
Have
you not got the shower scene?
No, I didn't put that shower scene in because it's not important to the story, is it? It's not important to the story, dude.
The body double.
I was thinking the same thing when I was watching it. I was thinking that's definitely a body double.
Yeah, it is a body double. But she's so pretty, isn't she? See how pretty she is?
Yeah, she's not as pretty as Michelle Pfeiffer, but she's pretty, yeah.
And I don't even think she's been in any movies since that movie.
Yeah, Peter's hammered, I guess.
What?
Undead of Night says the stream is great fun, like meeting up with friends at the bar, and 2 of them started drinking early. And I'm not with them.
Not me, I don't drink. We're just talking about Diddy. Peter.
What?
Diddy Pfeiffer. The girl.
Is she in anything else? Was she in anything else?
No, she's in nothing. She was in
Is she in
this.
Intruder? Is that not DD5 in Intruder?
I don't know.
Is this the daughter from House 3?
Yeah.
She's ginger now.
She is pretty sweet. She is pretty sweet.
She's beautiful.
She ends up like big and pregnant with Max Cady's baby in this. So,
Which is all rip off of Nightmare on Elm
She's
Street.
60 years old now. She's 60 years old.
Really?
See?
Well,
I'm not a fucking pedo.
well, no. To be fair, I'm 47. I'm nearly 50. We're all nearly 50, guys. You got come on. We're all nearly 50.
She's born in 64.
We've got to realise that everything that we watched back in the day, they're probably nearly 60 these days.
She was born in 64. In this movie, when she was a 7-8-year-old, I think she was 24-year-old.
Okay.
So.
And do you know what? She's charming. She's kind of hot and everything. I didn't like her boyfriend. I was pleased when he got killed and everything like that. You know, she was cool. I didn't think she. I mean, this girl gets raped in this movie. I mean, she gets raped by Max Cady. They handle it quite sensitively, but ultimately she gets raped in this movie. Like,
oh my God, I was asleep with that bit.
Yeah,
Well, is that really happening? I don't think it is it?
Say again?
Is it really happening? When that happens? I don't think it's happening. Because the kid gets killed.
It could be a dream.
And he's fine.
Does she end up with a baby in her belly that looks like Matt Cady?
Anyway, let's continue, huh?
Yeah.
So they're in Jenky's apartment, and the scientist dude tells him exactly what he needs to do to kill Jenky.
Electricity. Shoot him with juice. Bring him back here. And then it's simply a matter of blowing the motherfucker away.
Simple as that.
Blowing the motherfucker away.
To be fair, seems quite a simple instruction.
Yeah, simple. That's what's the problem, boss? What's going on?
Yeah,
he can sort that out, can't he?
Yeah. You gotta do it by himself. This guy is gonna get killed by Jenky.
Right. I have to keep tapping to get the sound on. Every single time we play a clip, I have to tap sound.
Yeah,
if I'm not that fast, then the sound doesn't come. Baby come, baby come. Do you know what I mean?
Baby come. Well, hold on. You remind me, Elwood, you remind me of come, baby, come. You used to love that track. I remember that. Right.
Hey,
when I was a youth, right? When I was a youth, Elwood had that. Was it come, baby, come. I can't even do it. But fucking, he loved this record, man. And I swear to God, he would walk up and go, and he would literally do the whole routine. Like he would do it right now. Go on, come, baby. I know you can do the whole routine.
Come, baby, come. You gotta give me loving and you gotta give me some.
There you go, man. There you go.
Who knows that song? Nobody. Hey, Peter, do you remember when I split my head open at college?
Yeah, I do.
Do you remember all that blood?
Yeah, lots of blood, man.
Hell, man.
It was funny, right? I'll tell Bass about this, right? So what happened was, fucking Elwood was like always quite an explosive personality and everything like that. And I remember he walked into our classroom that day and he went, "Hey!" like that, "Hey!" right? And then he jumped up in the air, right?
Yeah.
And he banged his head off the fucking top of the fucking classroom. And he had this fucking crazy, you had the hat on. You had this crazy hat on.
Yeah,
right? And he went, yeah, you see that? Great hat, right? He went, "Hey!" And then he jumped up and he went, bang. And he banged his head and we all went, giggle. And even he went like, "Ooh!" And then just go, "Hey, yeah, Melbourne, yeah." And then the next thing you saw was this blood just poured down the fucking front of his face. And he was like, he went like this, he went, and I was like, oh my God. Oh my God. Next thing you know, he's in the hospital about fucking 10 minutes later. He gets whisked off. He split his head open because he fucking jumped up. He literally jumps up and goes, hey! Like that. And he bangs his head off a fucking door. And splits his head right open. Right in front of all of our eyes. Right in front of him. He's like going, hey! Ah! Like that. The blood. Even our teacher went there going, what the fuck just happened there? Literally, our teacher went, what the fuck just happened there? And I was like, going, it's Elwood, man. It's Elwood, man. It was brilliant, man. I love that, man. I love that. Do that again. I love it.
God, it was mental. I remember the blood just going, am I all right? And I just remember the blood just going straight all over my face.
Pissed over your eyes. I mean, the blood pissed over your eyes. I remember that. It was like that going, blah, blah, and I was like, holy fuck, I think he's actually hurt.
I walked into class and he was like, that our shit teacher, that little fat
Brian, he went to you and went, stop. I think his first words were, stop messing about, Paul. Stop messing about. He thought you were having a laugh, and I was like, no, that's real blood. You know, I mean, Elwood's face was caked in blood, and this teacher was like, pack it in, Elwood, you're a funny. And I'm like, no, he's not funny. He's not choking on. That's real blood.
Because you phoned my mum, didn't you, Peter? You phoned my mum, didn't you?
I phoned your mum. You got to phone Ivy. You got to phone Ivy. Ivy, I think Paul's going to the hospital. What?
About 2 days.
Whoa, you don't think he's banded
2
in?
days later, right? My mum and dad got life insurance out of me.
Really?
Yeah. They're
Smart.
fucking bastards.
Smart. That is smart.
Because I thought, he keeps hurting himself all the time, getting beat up, and
do you remember that time? Do you remember that time we were in college, and we were outside in college, and I think we were smoking a joint outside in the back room, and then fucking our tutor, Brian, came outside with empty your pockets and all that. Do you remember that?
I had the fucking dope in my hand, didn't I?
He was amazing, by the way. I was like, nothing in my hands. I emptied it out, and I was thinking to myself, going, how the fuck's he going to do it? And I have to say, this boy here was like, he emptied his shit, right? And he hold his hand up and doing all this, but he had this literal fucking, like, weird Spider-Man shit that it was going on. He had everything that was incriminating from here to here encompassed in his hand, and he was like that going, whoa, what do you mean? Why? Brian was hunting. I mean, Brian was hunting to get rid of Elwood. He was hunting to get rid of Elwood. He wanted you back, like, away so much, man. And I was thinking, this might be the day. But you got him, man. You got him, like, and I was like,
go down there and smoke spliffs and that. The gear back then was shit anyway.
It was
didn't do anything, did it? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
We just did the spliffs in the morning just to get us to bedtime when we went to the pub.
Yeah. Do you remember when
learning class? It was learning.
It was.
Sounds like academic stuff.
Academic stuff. Yes, that's what it was.
I think when we were at college.
2 viewers now. Come on, can we? It's gone off the rails.
Oh yeah. Okay. Let's go.
Oh yeah, of course, yeah.
Got like 4 clips left, and then we're done.
Let's do it.
Okay.
What was the last thing? Jenky killed the scientist. Yeah.
Well, I've still got some thoughts, but they'll just say, did he fight for dribble for?
She is nice. Though. I have to say, she is nice. You know, but she does end up raped in this movie. Like, when she is raped in this movie.
And then my last note was, there's nowhere this is Cheers because I mean there's nowhere this is House because there's no one from Cheers in it.
Yeah, there's no one from Cheers in House 4 either, to be honest.
Oh, well, no one's saying
1 and
House.
2. It's not.
Okay.
Yeah, but anyway, if you're still with us,
yep.
So they find the DD Pfeiffer's boyfriend dead in the basement, and they all think Lucas has killed him, so they arrest him and they interrogate him. And then, but Lucas knows he needs to get to his family because Jenky's going to go after his family, so he escapes, goes back home. But Jenky's already got to his family. So this is Lucas coming back into the house.
Daddy!
Bitch is even more refined than her mother.
That's gross. That is gross. Yeah. I don't like that. Yeah. That's very Elm Street, that isn't it?
So he's killed Aki and he's raped the bear.
Yeah. So for some reason he figures out.
Looks.
Say again.
Yeah.
I look like that guy. Fucking. Why's my arm look like that? Why's my arm look like that? Why's my arm look like that?
Scary movie too.
Go for it.
Perspective.
Where we at?
So Lucas figures out that he needs to get to Jenky, and he somehow knows that he needs to go through the boiler to get to Jenky. So he goes down into the boiler and jumps into the boiler. Same way Jonathan jumps into the TV. Lucas jumps into the boiler.
Yep.
I forgot about that. There's a running theme. There's a running theme through the whole thing where he gets in the dream. He gets with a meat cleaver in the chest.
I do like that. He's got a bit of Videodrome on the go, like it reminds me big time of Videodrome. Yeah, no, I like it.
It doesn't go anywhere. It gets worse and worse. Then it splits open, and then it's like, and then nothing.
Yeah.
Which is
weird.
He
didn't mention that the serial killer had 119 kills, and his last request was to be buried with his meat cleaver, which I don't think they would allow that.
No.
But
mind you, with the Shocky guy, they allowed in, cables and candles and everything.
Candles.
So why not?
But he wants to be buried with his fucking meat cleaver that he killed people with. Yeah, they're going to let that happen.
He loves his meat cleaver, doesn't he? He loves it.
He does.
Yeah, I found the clip. So he's gone through the portal through the boiler and goes back to the diner somehow.
Yeah. Electricity from the plant. Use it, bring him back, and blow the asshole away.
Yeah,
that looks nothing like the guy. Did you see that?
Yeah, I did.
I'll show it again because I actually freeze framed it and zoomed into it or out to it. It's definitely not the guy. I think they might have recast. They might have casted somebody's face and then recast the guy and just use the same head because it looks nothing like him.
Electricity from the plant. Use it, bring him back, and blow the asshole away.
That's very polite.
I can't remember that bit. I think I must have fell asleep.
I think that's just a model version of the dude that. Yeah, I don't think he was a recast, man. I just think it was a model version. Yeah, that they could blow. Yeah, totally.
What are you smoking like there, Vass? What you
Lost
smoking?
Mary.
What?
Lost Mary. Lost Mary.
I don't know what that is.
Oh, it's just a vape.
Oh, right. Okay.
Right. So he finds Jenky in the plant, and they have a big massive fight, and his wife's there. He gets his wife away from Jenky, and they run to the, don't know what it is. It's some sort of plant machinery thing. The electrical part of it.
Yeah, it's
And
like
they
a
need to,
weird power plant. Power plant.
yeah, it's like a power plant. And yeah. So this is the death of Jenky.
The wire! Use the wire! Back the fuck off,
I do like that. I do that. Back the fuck off, bitch. Do you know what? When he's doing back the fuck off, bitch, guess what he's doing? His best Michael Keaton impression. Come on, man. Come on.
I don't think he is.
He
So
is,
that
man. Yeah.
Joel brings him back to real life, and then Lucas shoots him, and he's dead.
Yeah.
Can we have
The
some
end.
Diddy Pfeiffer clips?
Yeah, can we see him getting like shot? Because catharsis is.
I don't have a single clip of Dee Pfeiffer.
You don't have a clip of
I'd
Diddy
known.
Pfeiffer?
If I'd known, I would have, but I didn't know.
She's so pretty.
It was so important to you.
She is. She's my world.
Are you talking about the daughter from this movie?
Yeah.
Yeah, she's great.
So what do we think?
So pretty.
House 3 or Shocker?
Shocker.
House 3 is the best by
I'll go with
far.
Shocker as well.
I'm going Shocker.
You having a laugh? It's fucking terrible.
No, I'm going Shocker.
I think
Shocker's
more all around. Shocker's more fun. House 3 has fun character. Jenky's awesome. Lance Henriksen's good value. But I think Shocker has got more stuff.
House
Got better
3
set
has
pieces.
better everything.
Set pieces. I mean, the bit with the body jumping and the bit with where he goes through the TV and all that stuff. I thought that's really cool.
What?
I mean, it's probably a bit more stupid than House 3 is, but House 3's got no logic to it either. Doesn't make any sense at all, so can't really hold it against either of them because they're both equally silly. But I think Shocker has it. I think it holds up better than House 3 does.
Yeah.
I think it's a pretty well-made movie, apart from the plot.
I'm with you, man.
I don't think it's well made at all. I think
If I'd say anything, I think there's too much stuff in Shocker. They do too much with it. Like everything. It goes from serial killer movie to supernatural serial killer to body possession to ghosts, and then all that stuff jumping through TVs and stuff. It's just balmy.
It's a mess.
It is a mess. It is a mess, but a fun mess.
House 3 is loads better. Better actors, better direction, better everything.
Not better direction. Not better direction.
Of course it is. Wes Craven, he was off his fucking face doing pretty Shocker. Didn't have a clue what he was doing. No, House 3 is better.
Oh, Shocker's much more polished than House 3 is.
Polished? Shocker?
Yeah, for sure. I think it's well shot. It looks good. It's got good effects.
Good effects? You don't see electricity? Electricity's... You don't... In the real world, electricity's not like blue and going...
Yeah, in movie world it is though. Have you seen Return of the Living Dead 2 where the Michael Jackson character gets electrocuted in Return of the Living Dead 2 and you see all the electricity going up and down him? That's movie stuff, that dude.
Well, there we go. We're all right because Return of the Living Dead Part 2 sorts it. No, Shocker was shocking.
No,
every actor in Shocker was shit. They were though.
No, Horace Pink is cool, man. Horace Pink is good, isn't it? He's a good villain. I think Jenky's a better villain than Horace Pinker, but I think Lance Henriksen is better than anybody in Shocker.
Yeah, he's the best, yeah. So I'm saying House 3 is better than Shocker. That's my.
I'll give Shocker a
review.
solid 7, and I'll give House 3 6.5. It's pretty close.
Close call.
You might bear in mind
I think you're right there. I think you're right there, Bas. The are close.
I'm always right.
For me, I'm gonna give Shocker 7, like you say. I'm gonna give House 3 a 5 or a 6. And the reason, and like I say, 10, 15 years ago, I preferred House 3 to Shocker. Without a shadow of a doubt. I did. I thought House 3 was more of a kick-ass movie, blah, 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 blah. Hence, more kind of beat up for Max's fucking performance. Definitely our Michael Keaton school, by the way. But yeah, his performance was like at 199. It is, and you look at.
I think Brian James said that was his favorite role that he ever did was Max.
It shows because I mean he literally he's firing, he's going for it, and and it's beautiful. It's good to see. He's going. He's like, Lucas, I'm gonna tell you. He's great. He's going for it, but kind of is all over Michael Keaton's acting skill. You know what I'm saying? But anyway, Shocker. It's just a better movie. I mean, it's a better movie, unfortunately.
But I'm not my notes anymore.
More watchable,
guys.
It is. It's not a great movie. It's not a plausible movie, but over its 95 minutes,
Shocker is half an hour longer than it should be.
Yeah, it is. Yeah, it is a bit too long. Like there's put too much into it.
How long is it? How long is it?
Yeah, it is. Yeah, it's a good 15 minutes longer than House 3.
Right, fair enough. Now, House 3 for me, I like it. I love it. It's a nice place to be, but you know what it is? It feels like a horror movie. Well, it feels like a studio has said, please just shut out a horror movie. And that's always been my problem with House 3. That it feels like it's a movie that's just been shut out. Shocker seems like a movie that was done with intent. Even though that intent might have been do us another Freddy so we can give you the budget for the next movie.
Have you got your aliens top on, Peter?
Yes.
And what does it say?
It says. It says. They mostly come at night. Mostly. Mostly.
What's she doing? She's still alive. Probably dead.
What?
I said, what's Newt doing these days? Is she still alive?
No, she's alive. She goes to conventions and stuff like that. She's a lovely girl, actually. I've seen her doing interviews these days. She's lovely. Like a really nice person, you know what I mean? She loves it.
So here's a question for you. Do you think House 3, the horror show, would have benefited if it was just released as the horror show and not connected with the House films?
But it was in America, wasn't it?
Was it?
Yeah.
Was it?
The only reason that they released it as House 3.
So how come House 4 in America is House 4? Does not people not go, where's House 3?
No, it got really bad. It was really bad, so they thought in Europe we'll just say, oh, what's that franchise that all them Europeans like? House. Okay, we'll call it House 3.
Sure about that.
And that's what they did in Europe. They said House 3.
I'm not sure about that because it genuinely was from Sean S. Cunningham and all this. These guys provided the money and all this. But they did call it the horror show. But yeah, and you're right. In foreign territories, they call it a House 3. Right. They did the whole.
It says here, Wes Craven's Shocker, they were both released in 1989, but the horror show was released 6 months before Shocker.
Hmm.
Well, I think that's shocking.
Shocker.
Maybe that affected Shocker.
Yeah.
The fact that it had already been released.
So Wes Craven had to like rush it and make it
So
extremely.
did the horror show get a cinema release?
I wouldn't have thought so.
I mean, it doesn't feel like a movie that got a cinema release. Like I have to say.
To be fair, lads, both those movies are shit. Sorry, everybody that's watching, but don't watch any of those movies because they're both.
I think they're both good. Like I say, if you watch them in the right frame of mind, they're good fun to watch.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Elwood's a hard man, please, man.
Yes. But then he didn't like Sidney Sweeney going. At the end of it, man, fucking no, immaculate. The last 5 minutes of immaculate, where she's going.
The volume down.
I was like, oh! I was watching it going, oh my god! How can you not like that?
That movie was fucking so bad.
Oh. You're heartless,
Right, guys, look, we're almost at 4 hours. I'm gonna end the stream. Okay.
But what about all our viewers?
All right, so everybody, thanks for sticking. We went off the rails there.
Bye, Dave.
Quite a few times.
Dave Bushy, where?
We'll have to email him.
But I wish everybody well, and we'll catch you next time. Say goodbye, guys.
Bye, horror.
Goodbye, guys. We love you, Ben. We love you.
What are they called?